take off a couple of heads a night. Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Thought can I fuck on my energy? Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie and the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Robo of Left Face TV. Welcome to episode 94 of the Nerds of Culture podcast. We are, and let me make sure, I need to actually write this down because I'm gonna start forgetting them. We are we are the Woke Breakfast Club. We are the Woke Shade Room. We are the Woke New York Undercover of YouTube. We are the Woke Justice Gang. We are the Woke Argus. We are the Woke Checkmate. We are the Woke Shield. Let's see what else. Oh, we are the Woke Godolkin University, and probably a lot of other things too that I'm probably forgetting right now at this precise moment in time. I hope everyone's doing well.
We could be the Woke Losers Club.
Yeah, you know
in
what?
Honor
Actually,
of Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wait, and you know what? In honor of because Stranger Things comes back this week. We can also be the Woke Hellfire Club as well.
Boom.
Look at us, man. Just woke everything all the time.
Damn.
And you know what? Not just those things, because being woke, that's one thing. That's cool. But also with a dash of sasson.
With a dash. Oh, sasson.
Right
That's
there.
right.
Just,
That's right.
You gotta salt bay it. You can't just dump it in there. You gotta
It's funny because every time we say it, doesn't matter how many times we say it. It doesn't matter. Every single week, I get this flavor in my mouth, and I'm like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. I literally just ate so I could stop being hungry. You know how every time I say, oh, I'm gonna get off because I'm gonna go get some food or whatever. I'm telling you right now, I'm just kidding and trying to be funny exactly 0% of the time. I am starving at the end of this damn show. So I decided to eat something. And then you come on here and you talk about sazon and it makes me hungry again.
I apologize. I apologize to the highest level of apologetivity, if that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that's a thing. But I will say, and this is actually something I thought was funny because I say words have meaning. I say this all the time. It's one of my probably one of my favorite things to say, and I love saying it when people say dumb shit to me. So you saw one of the things we were going to talk about is we're going to be talking about Gen V, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, talk about the Gen V season 2 finale, which I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. I actually don't have a lot to say about it, but we are going to talk about it.
Sure. Yeah.
Not because it was bad, just truth be told,
it was a show.
It was a show. And you know what? Man, I'm gonna say something real ugly, which might invalidate why we're even talking about this. I slick forgot that it came and went in the time since it came on and I watched it. That's just how much I've been so hyper focused on other shit.
That's fair. That's fair. And you know what? Just by you saying that, I do have criticisms because what as you're saying that, I'm like, that is true.
Yeah,
it's very for a season finale. It was very. That was fun.
It was fun. You know what it was? It was the epitome of this is fine.
Yeah,
this is fine.
Yeah, I was entertained. I didn't feel like I wasted my time.
No,
but it wasn't like, what the fuck? Like, what are they? Man, then now we gotta wait for all this time for season 3.
This is bullshit. Like, no, it wasn't like that. I was like,
if they had canceled it tomorrow, I'd be like, that was a good story.
That was a good place to end it. Yeah, because we know they're gonna show up in The Boys. So I mean, duh.
Right.
And honestly, I kind of feel like everybody got their ending. I feel like, not everybody. I think the characters people really cared about kind of got to the place they needed to be. So if they just for whatever reason, if they came out with an announcement tomorrow that said Gen V to end of season 2, there will be no season 3, there'll be no spinoff, none of this is done, I'd have been okay with that. I know that's not the case, but I'm just saying if it was, I'd be fine with it.
Right.
Yeah. That said, we are also going to be talking about some news that happened recently because of Donald Trump basically trying to use AI generated memes of a game he's never played before.
Right.
To try and make him seem cool.
What are you talking about? Dude he's so cool.
He's such
He's
a gamer. Man. He's a gamer.
He knows how to speak to the people.
He's a gamer, bro. I just want to say it real quick. The same people, like the Venn diagram of the same people who say that, man, I really wish they would keep politics out of my gaming, are the same people that were eating this shit up. This is the same people.
Yes.
The Venn diagram is a circle. It's a fucking circle. But no, that said, I saw someone when we were in the countdown, basically, and this is, I always found this term funny.
They're gonna be here. They're gonna be here. Trump
derangement syndrome is such a misnomer. At least in the way that it's used towards like people like us, because it's like, oh yeah, Trump derangement. Like, to be fair, if you actually use the English language correctly, Trump derangement syndrome would actually mean you all have Trump derangement syndrome, because you guys are literally so deranged, you're just going along with, like, you're believing whatever your dear supreme leader is telling you. Like, it's kind of like how when people try and use woke as a pejorative, it's like, so basically what you're saying is you would rather be asleep.
You're asleep.
Yeah, you sleep.
Like, you're not paying attention. Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Wait. You're proud? Wait. You're proud that you're asleep. That's crazy.
That's right. But you know what?
That's wild, man.
Even if we went with their definition, right? Like just the mere presence, just the mere mention of his name just drives crazy, right? They have this imaginary person in their mind that's just breaking down every time they see Trump. Let me tell you something. I live in Georgia. Before this, I lived in Hawaii, and before that, I lived in Washington State. Okay, so a very blue state, another pretty blue state, but a lot more conservatives there than you'd guess, and now the Deep South. Okay, now in all three of those areas, I have never seen maybe a handful of like anti-Trump stickers. Not one anti-Trump flag. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. Let alone a truck full of anti-Trump flags.
God.
And yet, I'll look at around here. Actually, all three of those locations will have them. Fuck Biden. What's the one? Fuck Brandon, let's go Brandon.
Yeah, let's go. First off, if you can't actually say fuck Joe Biden, I can't take you seriously, because I
right.
Look, I voted for the guy, and I say fuck Joe Biden. I was saying it while he was in office. I was saying it while he was running. I was saying it when it was revealed that the man has dementia, and is not literally fit to govern a warm cup of piss. I have been saying it the whole time. So if I can say it, but y'all pussies are too fucking scared to say it, that says a lot. That says a lot, actually.
But who is the obsessed one? You know, who's obsessed with a president? Who is obsessed with both presidents? Like, their entire personality is Biden and Harris and Trump. That's all they got.
Like,
you know what I mean? While the rest of the world is like, wow, it fucking sucks that my 401k is shit now.
Right.
Wow, it fucking sucks that eggs and groceries still haven't come down. This is cool.
But power to the players. But power to the players. First off, using a cringe old ass fucking GameStop slogan. Which, okay, first off, GameStop, shitty company that if not for a stupid fucking meme would be dead by now. We would literally be talking about GameStop in the past tense, if not for a shitty meme during the pandemic. And now people are using, they literally put up a tweet. Let me see if I can actually find this bullshit.
While you look at that, can I share a secret with you?
Share a secret with me, Robo, please.
I made like $600 off that meme.
This motherfucker. This man,
it was before I was fully awake. Okay,
it's like I was. You were asleep. You know what it was.
Right.
You weren't.
I was
sleep.
groggy. You know
You
what I
were
mean? I was
groggy,
groggy. I was like, man, I'm tired as fuck.
This man literally was like, yeah, man, dude. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
I had my coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
I hadn't had my coffee yet. I'm still kind of like, not really.
I didn't get a good sleep last night.
Right. Bro, that's what it was. But
I'm not like all there. You know what I'm saying?
this motherfucker.
Infamous Mike Manhattan, Robo, don't forget about SNAP benefits are about to be gone because of Trump. What are you talking about?
What?
Do you have Trump derangement syndrome?
Man, look
do you
at
have
you.
Trump derangement? Look at you.
One
to
eat.
You.
One to eat. One to have groceries in your refrigerator.
I know what it is. This dude's one of those types of people that care about other people.
Damn, that's crazy. I wouldn't admit that. Dude, you know
what?
what?
Bitch.
Talk about
you couldn't pay me to admit something that bitch made.
Nah, man.
Caring about other people? Shit.
That's soy boy beta cuck bullshit. That's what that is. Look, you know what? I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't know how you live with yourself. I don't know how you live with yourself because I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I cared about other people.
Care about other people. Care if kids eat. You know what I mean? Care if kids get diseases. Why the fuck would I care about if a kid gets measles or not?
Man, fuck them kids.
As long as the truth about Tylenol is told, I don't care about measles. Just don't take Tylenol when you're pregnant.
You know what I would, honestly, I like I said, I wouldn't have personally admitted that shit, but man, you know what? Look, if I would have got caught out here giving a fuck about people,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Could be me.
Kyle Carter. Let me tell you something. I know I recognize the names. I know your peoples. You are part of the peoples. Do not fall for the okie doke.
No, don't do that.
Them motherfuckers are doing everything according to what Trump wants them to do.
Yes.
This government would not be shut down right now if Trump didn't tell them you're not going to play ball with the Democrats. And then they let it shut down.
You know what?
They thought it was going to get put on the Democrats, and they played the wrong card.
Well, remember they did this before. They did this before when Trump wasn't in office. And I'm sure some of y'all might remember it. Remember there was this really fucked up ass bill that the Democrats were trying to push through? The border bill, the one that was like probably the most right-wing border bill that had ever or would have ever been passed.
Oh, right,
in,
right. Yes.
And I remember because word got out, Trump basically around told all of his, all the GOP cronies that he had at his disposal, he basically told them to vote against it. Not because it was bad, but because if they voted on it and it passed, Trump would not have anything to run against Biden on in 2024. That was the only reason. And I remember when people went to these little MAGA rallies and were explaining this to the people, they were because people were like, "Oh, well, how would you feel if a bill was passed that did this, and this at the border?" They're like, "Oh yeah, man, I would fucking love it. I would love it." Well, how do you feel knowing that Trump told all of the people in the Republican Party to vote against it? And they're like, "What? He wouldn't do that, da da da." And then they would like literally show like receipts, and the people would be like, and they're like, it would be that Dave Chappelle deal. Like it'd be this. It would be that.
Oh shit!
It would be one of those. Sorry for the jump scare, but yeah. But no, it would basically be one of those situations.
So they would pull a Godolkin. Got it.
Basically, yeah. It'd be like, oh, boom, boom, and then boom, head go everywhere, like be brain matter all over the floor. But no, I remember when that happened. I remember when that. And here's the thing: Trump was not in office when he did that shit, and they listened to him. And Mike Johnson, I promise you, man, Mike Johnson's in the Epstein files. I promise you he is. I promise you he is, because there's no good reason why he would. Because literally, right now, they are holding up a woman who was elected, and they will not confirm her because they know if she gets confirmed, they know that the Epstein files are going to get released. This is all about protecting pedophilia. This is what this is all about. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep it a bug with you. You can disagree, whatever, but at the end of the day, this isn't a matter of opinion. This is a fact. This is a flash fact. If you could literally take what we're telling you right now, take that shit to the bank. You can cash it. It's as good as cash at a bank. That said, I want to, before we get into all that, I just thought it was funny because, once again, MAGA people are weird. They're just so weird. But you know what's even
They're
weirder?
not sending their best, that's for sure.
No,
They're
they
not
really
sending their best.
What was
Yeah.
what was it? What was I remember someone was passing this around. It was a preacher. It was a panel from Preacher. For those of you who remember that comic, but basically it was like, why? It was like, what was it? Oh, I found it. Here it is. And this is a panel that lives rent-free in my head, like, at all times. Why is it the greatest champions of the white race always turn out to be the worst examples of it? You? Where the fuck is your chin?
Where the fuck is your chin?
I love this shit. I eat this up. This is what it's really all about for me. And it's true.
And just understand, if you understand how metaphors work.
Yes.
It's not just about your looks.
No.
Like sometimes the no chin is your IQ.
Yeah.
Is your ability to think critically, to reason, to read in your first language.
Like,
No,
why is it that, okay, yeah, you could talk about SNAP benefits and all other stuff like falling off. But here's the thing, though. Red states are suffering more than blue states are right now. And not just in the SNAP thing, but just like period, from a financial standpoint, from an educational standpoint.
That's how it's always been. Red states do worse economically. And guess what they say? Well, it's because of the blue cities.
Oh, it's their fault.
Check the polls. Check the polls. Hey, who is about to go hungry?
Man.
It's going to be a lot of people across both parties, but statistically, way more white working class people will go hungry. Now,
right.
If you voted for Trump, I hope you fucking starve. I hope you waste away, and it is the most miserable last moments of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. And if you have kids, I hope they get into the system, and I hope they get a better family than you, piece of shits.
I really like it. Truth be told, I think that when you get to a certain point where you're voting against your own self-interest, I think that, you should suffer the consequences. You touch a hot stove, it's going to fucking burn you. You touch a hot stove, it's going to burn you. You put your hand under boiling hot water, you're going to get burned. I don't care.
That's right.
That's right. And you know what? While yes, I do feel sorry for the children who did not have a say in their parents' stupid fucking decisions, but at the end of the day, I agree with Robo. I think that they will be better off. Like I would rather, even though I think the system is terrible, I think the system for adoption, and children going to the system, I think it's terrible. I think it's far worse for those same children to live in a house that believes that white people are the superior race and then perpetuate that same evil, going out into the world. I would rather those kids go in the system. They'd be better off. But that said,
yeah.
Gen V.
Gen V, huh?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Y'all hear about this show There's this little show. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it. I mean, it's a little show. You know, it doesn't really get good ratings or anything. It's not a ratings juggernaut. You know, like Duck Dynasty or anything like that. You know, it ain't pulling Duck Dynasty numbers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Gen V, it's a thing. It happened. It came. It went. We got the finale. There was the episode that I saw some people erroneously think was the finale, which, to be fair, going back to it, you know, if you take away the fact they literally showed a preview for the next episode, I actually kind of would have been okay with them ending that season right there, because I kind of felt like that was a better ending for the finale than the one that we got, though I know they were trying to go for like a more hopeful ending. By the way, I think this goes without saying, we're going to be talking about the show with full spoilers. It's on the fucking thumbnail, but there's always going to be that one person. Are you guys going to talk about spoilers? Yes! 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 We are going to talk about spoilers, yes. So if you didn't watch that, like, honestly, I'm not going to hold you. That shit came on almost 3 weeks ago. If you ain't watched that shit by now, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
You could have bootlegged that 10 times by now.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but that shit was literally on the high seas the night it came out. So you can't, like, that's why when people say, man, I don't have a way to watch it. I don't have a way to get. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just don't wanna. That's why I don't have as much sympathy for people. When they say they haven't had the opportunity to watch something, or like, oh man, that means you have to react. No, you don't. You ain't got to reactivate shit. You ain't got to reactivate a goddamn thing. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die, or whatever other color you are and die. That's the only thing you got to do. But no, I'll just say this. For the season finale, which, for those, for whatever reason, if you were living under a rock, or you for whatever reason you chose not to partake in reindeer games, Godolkin turned out to be who we thought he was. I think that was kind of one of the things that, like, man, there are two different camps in this on this TV show. I have seen people who will literally look you dead ass in the eye and say that, man, I never saw this shit coming. I had no idea. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then there's other people like, man, you should fucking see this shit coming. It was so fucking obvious. So you got two different camps of people that are like, oh, so obvious. No, it wasn't. But Godolkin did turn out to be the burned man. And basically, the thing I have been saying Gen V has been doing since day one is basically being an X-Men TV show, or like more specifically a New Mutants TV show, with the serial numbers filed off. Because Godolkin was quite literally Apocalypse. Quite literally his whole MO was Apocalypse. Survival of the fittest, only the best soups, no weak soups with bullshit powers. He wanted the ones who could actually do business. I like that part of it. I actually would not have mind. Like I said, once again, if they would have ended the season where a lot of people thought they would have, and they would have came back with a third season that really like dived into this, like full on, like dedicated a whole season to this dude, like basically like raising an army of, what he feels are superior soups, I think they could have actually gotten a season out of that, at least, because they don't really do long seasons. They do like 8 episodes. So yeah. So yeah, I'll give him that.
The fact that you compare it to Apocalypse actually makes me even more annoyed than I already was, given the potential for this character.
Right.
You had us for how many episodes were there? 11?
8. No. 8.
Okay.
It was 8 episodes.
Okay, so 8 episodes. 6 of them, he was laying down, cucking himself.
Yeah.
And then you gave us 2 episodes.
Oh, here. This is what I was looking for. There you go.
So, and then you gave us 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
2
really
episodes.
An episode and a quarter. Maybe an episode and an eighth. Episode and an eighth.
And then what happens? Oh. Boom. Dead.
Done.
Like, you brought this shit up to be she's the next big thing. You made her bring her sister back to life. Like I feel a little bit now. I and forgive me if I'm going to be a little melodramatic here. I don't know if I'm overreacting or not. But I feel like they did us on this one. I mean, that's too much. I was gonna say like Game of Thrones, but
I
Game of Thrones was really upsetting. But the only thing that I could see that's similar is that there was things that they built up that they didn't really pay off. You know?
I'm sorry.
Timu and Selenar.
Yeah. Wait, I love it because like it actually flows. You can actually just call him Timu Sabanur.
Timun.
Timunur.
But yeah, I just like I'm like they could have used him. Oh, you know what they set up? Homelander.
Oh yeah,
this motherfucker's trying to, right? Sage was like, oh, don't do that. Oh, that's not the way for Homelander to find out. What does it fucking matter? You're gonna kill him off at the end of the episode. I was like, that could have been a whole thing.
That I actually, you know what? I understand what they were trying to go for. Like they were trying to, they were trying to save this guy for They were trying to save this guy up for like a showdown or maybe potentially like tease a showdown with Homelander, but then not actually have it happen. Like I actually would not like. Matter of fact, when they got outside the school at the end of the episode, I was kind of half-ass hoping like Homelander would have pulled up, like kind of like he did in the first season. But like it was one of those things where like it probably would not have been satisfying regardless, because even when he showed up at the end of season 1. I mean, he showed up. He kind of looked around. He kind of did his typical his typical Homelander grimace that he does. Which, by the way, Anthony Starr fantastic at doing that grimace. That's Banshee right there. That's Banshee. You can't mess with Banshee. That was my show. But I still feel like he didn't really do enough to justify why he was there, especially considering like what was going on in The Boys at the time. But it was one of those like I did feel like they wrapped up some things that I kind of took issues with a little bit nice and neat. I was glad for that. Like the whole everybody kind of being like everybody like in the group kind of beefing with each other, right? Like I was kind of even though I was kind of sad that they split up. They had split up Marie and Jordan more or less. I was like, oh man, I kind of would have liked to have seen them carry that on a little bit. That would have been right. I think that. I thought that relationship dynamic actually could have worked, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, it was probably for the best since, we don't really know where the show is going to go going forward. Right. And then like the whole stuff. Oh my God, I forget the young lady's name, but the telepath, mind control.
Oh, right, the blonde chick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, her and Marie patched things up. They got their shit together. Emma I
thought she was gonna turn at the end. I thought they were gonna do like a thing where she's gonna help Godolphin or something.
I kind of wondered about that at first because because it was one of those things. She was too eager to make things right. Like every at every turn for like the past few episodes, she seemed too eager to get her powers back to the point where I was like, okay, my spidey sense is tingling. Right. Don't trust her. Like I was like this motherfucker right here, she gonna betray you. like every time.
Kate, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Kate, thank you. No, but every single time she kept asking Marie to like give her powers back, I was like, nah, you ain't getting them back. Nah, you gonna have to hold that L. You have to hold that L. But I was glad that it turned out she was on the up and up. And then there was also, kind of as alluded earlier, Emma got, really with her whole thing was like getting her confidence to be able to use her powers, or really not just use her powers without having to like, I guess in what you could perceive as like self-harm, but also like just her confidence in general, that like she kind of like was starting to stand on business as who she was and not like letting what other people think about her dictate who she was. I was like, dude, that's cool. I was like, that was really nice.
Right.
I will say too, on top of all that, the thing that is the obvious elephant in the room is that Andre, who was played by the late Chance Perdomo, it was the lack of his presence, you could literally feel it on the show. But I mean, once again, I did think that they like I still kind of stand where I originally was, and I felt like they almost kind of like spent too much time addressing why he was gone. Like I was like, all right.
Well, in that scene in the car, I was like, Ernie's loving this part.
Well, like when it came,
he died.
I get it. He's gone.
Right.
I get it. God damn it. Okay. Shit. Damn.
Yeah.
I was like,
are you sad yet?
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that his death is sad, but I mean, considering some of the things that we learned about him even before he died, I was kind of like,
yeah. We're good.
I was,
Look, there's like 70,000+ people dead in Palestine right now.
yeah. I like
Gaza, the Sudan,
in the Congo and everything.
Some red pill I'm good, man.
I'm good. He's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he good.
Yeah. Hey, he's in a better place, remember?
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody should be. You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on. This is for my Christians in the chat.
Oh, get him.
Why am I not supposed to be happy that he's dead? Shouldn't every time somebody dies, you're rejoicing? You're like, yeah, he made it out. And he's in the best place you could be. Yeah, people out there killing themselves and dying. He's in a better place. Be happy. Why do I have to mourn?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know,
man. Make it like as much as I hate Steven
it's
Crowder,
almost like that it's not true. So you're like,
right.
Fuck, man.
It almost makes me want to pull like a Steven Crowder, like get the table with like with the sign and be like,
yeah.
Why should I be sad that this guy is dead? Change my mind. Like that's kind of where I'm
right. It doesn't work like that. This is exactly how it works, right?
Yeah.
If you're a good person and you accept Jesus Christ in your life, you go to heaven. So as long as the person accepted Jesus Christ and they died, you should celebrate.
Yeah.
Because that person is in the best place, in the glory, with no Satan, no illness, no sadness. Be happy.
Yeah.
What do you mean, nope? You just like, nope. All right. You know what?
I mean, hey.
I'm convinced. Guys, you're good. You're good at this.
You're good. I mean, I'm just saying.
I didn't think about it like that, but you're right.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a firm believer that, I don't respect the dead. Because if you're not going to speak the truth about them in death, then when are you? Like, when are you? Like, what are we doing? But no, that said, Chance Perdomo's internet activity aside, that basically leads me to believe that he was a full-on MAGA red pill manosphere piece of shit. All that aside, I did think they gave him a nice and lovely send-off.
They sure did. He died a hero.
Yeah, he yeah, and you know what they say? A hero dies many deaths.
That's right.
A coward tastes but one. That's
I don't even ask me what that means.
I don't know either, honestly. I
have no idea what that means.
I think you know what it is. When you have children, I feel like, especially when you have a child with autism, I feel like you're gonna I feel like that is your opportunity to learn how stupid old-timey sayings are. Like Cersei has taught me so many times like that old-timey sayings are just fucking stupid. Like I forget what it was we were talking about the other day, but I kind of threw an old-timey saying at them and they were like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I tried to like, because sometimes when I'm talking to Cersei, I gotta kind of like, because sometimes they'll take stuff too literally.
Right.
So like I'll be like, okay, well, this is the metaphor. This is kind of what's going on. But then when I like with this particular instance, I was trying to explain, and I was like, you know what? That actually doesn't make a lick of sense. Why do people say that? Why were people saying this bullshit? Why was it so popular that it became such a saying that like everybody uses it? Like I was like, you know what? Score 1 for Cersei.
Yeah. See, but my tism goes, can't stop there.
Yeah.
Hey Siri,
Right?
what does this series mean, and why did it start?
And you know what?
My wife gets so annoyed. I'll pause a whole goddamn movie. Like, you know what? It's a good point. Hey, pause it real quick. I don't want to miss this. Why is it said raining cats and dogs? Are you serious right now? Are we positive? I have to know.
Yeah, I have to know.
I
This is serious.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna be thinking about it the whole time.
Cersei's kind of that way where like they'll keep talking like even when we're like, well, I guess enough. They'll be like, no, but I still just like I'm like, I was like, damn it, okay, you're right, okay. Can we just accept it and move on?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, they did a nice little send off for Chance. And they also kind of man, you want to talk about a show that like if it stays gone too long, I forget what the hell was happening. So at the end, when they did the whole
Starlander.
Yeah, like Starlight and A-Train show
I said
up.
Starlander.
I mean, yeah, honestly, it's all the same to me at this point. But like when Home Light, yeah. Well, it's like when they did that whole thing, she shows up at the end and is like, "Hey guys, what's going on? Let's go fight good fight, just go do the resistance." Blah blah blah. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, all right, cool. And then A-Train showed up, and I was like, shit. Oh,
right.
yeah, he did.
That's right.
I was like,
he's in that.
Man,
and he switched. That's right, because he's giving info now. That's right.
Yeah, I was like, I'm when I tell y'all, I smooth forgot about that whole aspect of it. When he showed up, I was like, damn, who? I was like, who is? Oh shit! I was like, wait a minute! I was like, wait a minute, hold on, because like I legit just like, I literally have not thought about The Boys as a TV show since the end of the previous season. So like that's
right.
why I was just like, kind of like, whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. It was fine. I
got one more complaint. A-Train Africa. That's right. Wasn't that the movie he was making or something?
Yeah, A-Train goes to Africa or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, can you put up that picture of Godolphin real quick? Because that's something else just pissed me off.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, let me get you.
The one where it's a close up of him, and you can see his neck.
Oh, the neck shot. Got you here. I got you. Bam.
That right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you upset Sage and she's afraid for you because that's not how you get Homelander's attention. Don't worry, we're gonna kill you before anything has to happen. Also, as you start using your powers, we're gonna make boils show up on you. Doesn't fucking matter. We're gonna kill you anyway, and you're gonna wonder what's happening, and it won't matter. It won't matter. It's like, I wonder, actually, being serious for a second, I wonder if they had bigger plans for this dude. Because it's like they set up stuff and then it's like maybe halfway like never mind.
Get that shit up out.
I'm not even sure we're gonna do a season 3. So like we're not using that in the boys. So just kill them off real quick. Are you sure? Sir, we already put in this Homelander and the boils. Those shots are already done. He has the boils. No one's gonna care. Just kill him. All right?
Little did they know.
Yeah. Robo was watching. The boils.
I mean, honestly, I kind of was hoping, like, I wondered, when they got to the end and they were like literally like holding the executioner's axe over this man's head. I was wondering if they were like gonna like if there was like some bullshit that was gonna happen that like would maybe like give him a chance to get away, but they like definitively like iced this guy.
Yeah,
like they
nothing.
There's
like nothing.
There is no ambiguity about where this dude is. This dude is literally this man went to white heaven. He went to white heaven after this.
He is with his Lord and Savior.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
He is gone.
I literally thought that. Dog Don, I literally thought that. When we waited right before he exploded, I was like, I think this season finale, I think he's gonna get her.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be blood because there's blood everywhere, right? And she's gonna start fucking people up, and then it's just gonna be him and her in that room. And then that'll be the end of the season. And that would have been fucking dope.
That's what I was hoping
maybe next season we find out what the boils are about. You know, we find out he works too hard. He's going back to his original state and yada, yada, yada. Nope. No, just kidding.
Well, that was my initial thought. Like, I was like, oh, he's going to pull a Get Out. He's going to take over. Like, he's going to do to her what he was doing to old boy. That everybody thought was Cypher. I was like, oh, he's gonna take over her body, and because he already said she was the most powerful soup. So like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take over the most powerful soup's body and get a whole new lease on life. But when they gave him his body back at the end of the previous episode, I was like, oh, well, maybe that's not what he wanted. He wanted her. He just wanted to level her up so she could heal him. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then like he does actually take her over. He actually does end up taking her over, like, towards the end of the episode, but like it's not for very long. Like, I think he has control of her just long enough that like that like she's a little bit of a menace, but doesn't really like it doesn't go anywhere. A Get Out? Well, I mean, no, it's the same because Get Out is
she's black.
Yeah, she's black. He's white. He would be taking over her body, and the way the dude
pushing her into the sunken place.
Yeah, pushing her into the sunken place. That's basically what Cypher, or not Cypher, but the Blockbuster guy, Jordan. That's what he. Oh, well, yeah. Jordan said it too, but the other guy said the same thing. Like, basically, you're a passenger in your body. You're basically in the back. You're in the back seat of the car watching somebody else drive you around. That's basically what happened. So it would have been about the same thing, because that was kind of what happened with Get Out. Was that the people were still in there. The black people's bodies were taken over. They weren't gone. They weren't transplanted somewhere else. They were still in the body. It's just that they were pushed so far down that, once again, hence the sunken place. That's why they couldn't act under normal circumstances. So yeah, and that's kind of what he did. That is what he did to her, basically. But yeah,
a reverse Get Out where upper middle class black family gets people in so that they can get loans approved or something.
Right?
They're like, no, we're trying to get out of this neighborhood.
No, what would be the worst though is if it's like rich black people who wind up in the bodies of like trailer park white people. Like, that would be fucked
just
up.
Because it's so much more comfortable out here.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you know what? Even with your poorness, I'm still ahead. My credit rating is still better than I can get a loan. I can actually get approved for that condo or that apartment or whatever. Even though technically I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of in this body. Remember Chris Rock used to make that joke, like, people would rather be like people would rather be disabled than be black. It's like, nah, man,
That's right.
I'll just ride this disabled thing out. Yeah, there's hope.
You're not lying. You are not lying.
They're like, wait.
Shit.
I could lose my legs, or I got to be black. Man, go ahead and cut these shits off.
All right, just you call me Lieutenant Dan and get me the fuck out. No, hell no.
Lieutenant Dan. About you by the creed. I don't know why. Whenever someone says Lieutenant Dan, that's the one thing I think about.
That's the one, huh?
I don't like it's not even magic legs. It's the ice cream. It's the ice cream scene. I don't know why. But no, yeah, man, there was a lot.
Do you think they're gonna go for a season 3, or do you think they set up the mashup for the next season of The Boys?
Honestly, I kind of feel like this was more of the setup for the mashup, but like I could see them coming back for another season. Cause I mean, the show's popular, yeah. But the thing is, I don't know where you would go. Because at some point they gotta get out of school. Yeah. Well, you know what they'll do? They'll go full on X-Men. It's like, okay, well, wait a minute. We've reached the point where it doesn't make any sense for these X-Men to still be in school. These motherfuckers are grown now. They're like 20, 30, 40.
So now they're gonna go back and be teachers.
Yeah, yeah. Get your ass back in the classroom and teach some shit. Yeah. Like I can see them doing that. But I don't honestly. I don't want them to go. I don't want them to do a season 3, if I'm being brutally honest, because I like, and you know what? I like for things to end.
I don't want to see them go, though.
I don't want to see them go, but
put them in The Boys.
Yeah, put them in The Boys. Well, and The Boys is hitting its final season. Let them go to The Boys. Let them let them ride out whatever there, and then just which let's go ahead and keep it a buck. It's not ending because they've already announced like more spinoffs. But I don't know. I think there's a point where there's some things I think do deserve spinoffs and do deserve to be like, man, yeah, run this shit into the ground for as long as it's good. But there's certain things where I'm like, this has run its course. And I feel like both The Boys and Gen V, their sell-by date is like, in the case of The Boys, actually in the case of The Boys, it's already passed. But I feel like if Gen V was to end like right here, right now, they would have ended at their sell date. Just kind of where I'm at with it.
So you're saying The Boys is at that point where you smell it, but it's like,
yeah, it's like
it's sour, but you still like you're asking 3 other people to smell it because you're not wanting to throw it away just yet.
Right? It's like, hey, can you taste this? I don't know about this, man.
Just man, I don't want to smell that. Don't just throw it away. Just throw it away if you're not. I don't know if it's bad though. Can you smell it real quick?
It's like, hey, look, like a common occurrence in my house. Hey, take a whiff of this meat.
Yep.
You're like,
does it smell right to you?
Nah,
I think.
Nah, that ain't good. That ain't good.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that it doesn't matter how many times we smell it. When it's bad, you know it's bad. Right? You're like, oh yeah, throw that shit out, right?
Yeah.
But when it's not bad, you're never 100%. You're never 100%. It's like, I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's just all raw meat stinks.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and this is, I think, the only reason why I like eggs. Yeah, in terms of like trying to figure out like whether or not, because there's tricks to figure out if eggs are bad.
So, yeah.
You just dump them in the water and like,
Is that, yeah. I'll tell you what, I've heard that. I think I've eaten lots of bad eggs. Because I for sure have watched them being like, this is weird. I wonder why some floating somewhere on the bottom. That's weird.
That's crazy.
Anyway, go get your egg sandwiches.
look, immediately like, yeah, frying this shit up. Hey,
fry that shit up.
You want some cheese in this? You want me to put some cheese in this?
Let me tell you something. Cheese, Tabasco, Sazon. I'm not tasting a motherfucker if it's bad. I'm over here like pissing out my butt and just like, man, I don't know what happened. I think I got a virus.
Man, dude, I got food poisoning, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wonder what it could
Somebody got
have
me
been.
sick. Somebody at work must have got me sick.
Right? Livy said,
Nah, man.
man, I don't know what the man. Dude, I've been just both ends, man.
Yeah. Man.
But
Maybe it was the
no.
eggs.
Yeah,
They were good.
nah, man. No. It wasn't the eggs, man. Don't blame it on the. Don't blame it on the chickens. Don't blame it on the chickens. The eggs were fine. They were fine. I put some cheese in them. I put some all shit seasoning in it. Nah, man, these were good. These were good. But no, I do want to say that yeah, I think you and I are pretty simpatico when it comes to the where we're at with Gen V.
Yeah.
I think it's time. I like you know what it is. I'm not trying to make it dark, but like when you're sitting there and it's time to pull the plug, everybody's sitting around, they're all gathered around, they're like, yeah, all right, well, it's time. like the doctor comes up, pat you on the shoulder, like, it's time now. That's kind of how I feel about the boys.
It could have gone anywhere. You could have been like, it's time to go to bed, so I'm unplugging the TV. This dude's over here awakening trauma. Chat. If anybody in chat has ever had to deal with that, we're sorry that you had to relive that experience.
I'm sorry. You know, it's how I get through mine. It's how I get through mine. I had to do it. I had to do it. So it's like, I'm like, you know what? Laughter heals my pain. But no, I don't know. I just, for me, yeah, man, I think right now, unless like you got something like just stupid fire, cocked and loaded, for Gen V, I think it's good to just let it go.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I did read something about how like they what's the dude's name? The
talking about Eric Kripke for the boys.
Kripke, yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. He said that he has a season 3 planned, but it'll depend on season 2's ratings whether or not it's going to happen. So I think they're hedging their bets with that Starlight ending, saying,
yeah,
if we don't get the season 3 we want, we have a route where we're gonna use them in the boys.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, man, I don't know. I think he might want to keep that in his back pocket. Yeah, let's make that something else. Make that something else. Yeah, don't do not everything. You know, sometimes I think you kind of something that I saw Dennis Camp say recently when people were talking about why the Marvel Ultimate Universe was ending. He was like, it's kind of better to go out on top than to like keep coming back and be hanging around like when the book ain't good no more, and
right.
Like he said, right. Yeah, he's like, he even admitted
it's like hanging out in high school and after you graduate.
For so many reasons. But no, like he was talking about how like, yeah, he had some story ideas for like more stuff, but he said he knew that like none of it was as good as what he had been doing. And I feel like if you know that shit, let it go. Get up out of here. That said, I do want to go back to a super chat we got earlier from Screwface Capone. Ooh, I didn't mean to like make it go away as quick as I made it come back up. But it says, I miss when there was more than one game store. Dude, so let me tell you about the joys of living in Memphis. So even when GameStop was a thing, now granted, these weren't like major chains that I'm talking about here. But we did have a couple of game store alternatives. None that were quite on the same level as GameStop. Honestly, they were kind of cut from a similar cloth as GameStop. At least one of them. We had one called Game Exchange, which was a more... I think, yeah, okay, let me put it like this. GameStop is a pawn shop. GameStop is a pawn shop. It's a glorified pawn shop. Is what it is. And we had a store called Game Exchange. That was kind of a small franchise. They didn't have as many stores in Memphis, but they had I think they had at least 2 or 3 locations here in Memphis, minimum. But yeah, compared to the 10, 15 some odd GameStops that were or are still here in Memphis. Not really a lot. But they were kind of more of a Game Exchange was more of an obvious pawn shop, but not as scummy. Like you know, because for me, GameStop is a pawn shop that likes to pretend that it's not a pawn shop.
Right.
And Game Exchange was like, no, we're a pawn shop. We're a pawn shop for games. That's basically how they treated their store. They weren't trying to be scummy about it or hide behind it or anything like that. Or try and make it seem like it was more than what it was. And then we also had another store, which sadly no longer exists, called Games Plus. We used to always affectionately refer to it as the big yellow building on Summer Avenue. Because it was literally a house. It wasn't like if you went to a if you went to like a mall or strip mall or something, it wasn't like you weren't walking into that situation. No. Games Plus, which to be fair is no longer a yellow building anymore, because you know, once again the thing shut down, and now I think they repainted it some other like not ghastly color, but just kind of a plain color. But they were another place that buys, you know, they would buy, sell, and trade games. But yeah, it was also a more, I would say, wholesome version of what maybe GameStop wanted to be. It was definitely more mom and pop. But yeah, I do wish we had more game stores, because I remember when we still had like EB Games, Software, etc. I mean, to be fair, you know, all that shit kind of got bought up by
Games. Damn.
Yeah, like Electronic Boutique, all that shit. Yeah, I miss that shit, man. I miss that shit. I mean, once again, you know, because if I remember correctly, EB Games got bought up by GameStop, if I remember correctly, and I think Software Etc. did too, or just got ran out of business. Take your pick. But yeah, it was nice having alternatives, and I think not having alternatives made GameStop lazy. Yeah, it really did. Yeah, Funko Land, all that shit. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one. I miss those.
You can still go to Best Buy and Walmart.
That's true. But you know what? And I'm gonna tell you,
I don't know why people go to GameStop still. Go ahead.
No, I remember working at Best Buy at a time where they were actively competing with GameStop, and yeah, that shit was wild. I actually did often ask myself the question, why did anyone still fuck with GameStop when you could literally, all the stuff that people would say is the reason they go to GameStop, like, oh, because I can trade in my games. You can do the same shit at Best Buy. And Best Buy...
Oh, that's right. Customs.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Best Buy, petty as they were, they would match GameStop if GameStop could give you a better price on a game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, which is funny.
They would do that for all the stuff in their store too.
Yeah, so
just bring in the ad and be like, oh, a little lower.
So I mean, it is what it is. Man, Babbage's. Oh my God, Zyla said Babbage's. You just unlocked a fucking core memory in my head. Jesus Christ,
not enough memory to open this page.
Well, what happened?
That ever happened? My Edge. It's just like everything went bloop and it said not enough memory to keep this page on. I'm like, what?
Every once in a blue moon. I had it worse when my CPU was fucking up, but like it would do that shit all the time. Damn. But like every once in a blue moon. Every once in a blue moon. I just, man, I don't miss game. I don't miss working for GameStop. I don't miss going into, dude, every single time that I want to buy a game, I will just go buy it somewhere else. I will go anywhere but a GameStop. And if it's a PC game,
now it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, let's say.
And it literally doesn't matter. Like before, like still you don't even own those games from Steam. And for a while there, I was like, that's true, man. I really should get a hard media. And then they said, nah, just kidding. You don't even own that shit.
Like you're buying a license.
Psych.
Well, it's a funny thing because I feel like the gaming bubble is about to burst. I think it's about to burst. I'm almost positive.
How so?
So
what happens after it bursts?
Oh, shit's gonna fall off. Like you're gonna start seeing.
Mhm.
We're already seeing like game developers losing their jobs. You're gonna start seeing studios just fucking disappearing. Like, and when I say disappearing, I mean disappearing like Thanos snap disappearing. Like motherfuckers just like, oh shit, oh goddamn, me too. Oh, I mean, yeah, you're gonna start seeing that shit. Yeah, I think you're very close. Yeah, because it's already burst before. It burst before. It's gonna burst again. A lot of people I know who are kind of close. Into like some of the like I keep up with gaming news like probably more than most people might realize. But like I know a lot of people who are like insider level. Like keep up with it. Like they talk to people. In the industry, or they do games journalism themselves, whatever.
Mhm.
And a lot of them have been saying the same thing. That like, yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time for the bubble to go ahead and burst. And honestly, while I don't want it to burst, I do think it kind of slick needs to happen because that was kind of how we got the companies that we have today. How we got them to be the companies they used to be is that they realized, oh, we actually have to try. We can't just rely on releasing a new Call of Duty every year and people just buying it just because.
Yeah, I think games like Fortnite ruined everything. And not shade against Fortnite. I mean, they had their model and it made a lot of money and a lot of people enjoy it. But the problem is that it made everybody want to be, like I want my game to make me $1 billion. And if it can't do that, I don't even want to put my money towards that shit. And so you couldn't find investors, And there's still indie games out there, but
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, indie games will be fine. I think indie games will be fine.
Right.
And, like, your kind of AA games, they're kind of like, I saw someone bring up mid-shelf games. Yeah, those games are going to be fine. And that's kind of what happened when the gaming bubble burst the first time. It was like, oh, shit, well, we'll get these other motherfuckers, we'll get these other motherfuckers to come in and pick up the slack.
That's right.
It just we're gonna get to a point, and I think honestly, we kind of need this because AAA has. Because I don't think it's just Fortnite. I think AAA games in general have kind of fucked us up to where like people have these unrealistic expectations for games. Like I see people try and hold like indie games and those AA games to the same standard as AAA, and I'm like, bruh, you can't do that. You can't do that. And it's not even just customers, like consumers. It's publishers as well doing the same thing.
Right.
Like, what was oh my god, it was when Tomb Raider, when the newer Tomb Raider games were coming out, and they were getting pissy because Tomb Raider didn't make Call of Duty money, and it's like, well, Tomb Raider's not Call of Duty. That's why people thought and when I say people, I'm talking about like studios. Why studios kept trying to claim that single player games were dead. Single player games weren't dead. It's just that like you can't expect them to make $6 billion. I'm not saying that any game actually does that, but just saying like you can't expect these games to be selling like you can't expect a single player game with no multiplayer to appeal to the same audience as Call of Duty. You just can't. They did the same thing with Hitman. They're like, oh man, Hitman didn't sell. Yeah, it was. Yeah, no. Infamous Mike Mahan's correct. It was EA. EA was the one that was responsible for that little one. And I want to say, if I remember correctly, I think Capcom kind of tried to say that shit one time about one of the Resident Evil games. They're like, oh, it didn't make Call of Duty money. And it's like, why would it? Like, what makes Call of Duty money that isn't Call of Duty?
When you say like AAA, real unrealistic expectations, do you also mean like quality, like graphics and like
Everything.
cinema levels of
Yeah.
See, I think you're right. I think you're right because when we look at video games as a storytelling medium and we look at it like, the art it was supposed to be, once you put out something like, well, shit, somebody just said it. Once you put out something like obscure compendium, whatever the fuck is called, what is it? Obscure Malerso?
No, I'm sorry. Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah. Claire's. Claire Obscuria.
Sorry.
Like you're not gonna get like that game is so beautiful and emotionally moving that when you go and you play an indie game that can't and I'm not just talking, obviously there's great storytelling in a lot of indie games. That's not what I'm saying.
Correct.
All right, don't come for me, Lee. I know they're great. But I'm saying is that once it's delivered in such a way that it just blows you away, you're right. You're right. You're not going to be able to get that. Shit, The Last of Us. You know what I mean? The way that The Last of Us captured us, with that story and even the way that because people say graphics don't matter. Graphics matter when it comes to immersion. Right now, I'm not saying graphics is everything, right? I'm not the dude that only cares about graphics. But if you have a badass story with gifted writers and gifted artists on the graphics, you are in there. Like I don't know, like do you think that Baldur's Gate 3, if it were a little clunkier on animation or a little shittier on graphics, would it have caught us the same way? We still would have enjoyed it.
Probably not.
But would it have been the same?
You know what? I don't think it would have affected it as much as some might believe, but like I do think that there would be less people who would be as interested in it. Like, because we got to remember, Larian is an indie studio. They're an indie studio. Matter of fact, I think they even said as much that like the only reason that game was that they were able to do that game the way they did is because they had the backing and funding, given to them to do it.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's the point, though. Like, I think it's less about whether or not you're an indie studio or a AAA studio, but what is what access to money? What is your access to money? And then, and if you have a lot of money, you could do amazing things. And you're right. Maybe the story was pretty awesome. And, maybe it wouldn't have affected it as much, but I know that it sure shit didn't hurt.
No,
that was a gorgeous ass game, Well, so like,
I'll use this as an example. I think I talked about this Saturday briefly, but I'll talk about it here too. I'm a longtime fan of Vampire the Masquerade, the tabletop role-playing game. Huge fan, actually. Was my entire personality all through like middle and high school. Like I love that game. I used to, like, even when I was too young to be playing the game, I would get my mom to buy me the books for it so that I could learn more about the world, because I thought it had such a cool thing. I was like, oh man, an RPG about vampires is so crazy, it's so cool. Oh, and they got werewolves. Oh my god, it's insane. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. It was wild. But when I found out that they were making a sequel to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, or they're making a sequel to Bloodlines that was going to be called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, I got excited, as anyone else would. Now, granted, that was years ago when they originally announced it, and then it never materialized. And then one day, like I think a year or two ago, maybe a little bit longer ago than that, they came back like, oh, hey, we're bringing it. It's real. It's happening. And then like it fell the fuck off, I guess for one reason or another. I don't know the full backstory on it, but I know one day I will. But yeah, they kind of passed it off to some other people. The game got changed. The things that were originally going to be there are no longer there. Some of the gameplay systems that were going to be there are no longer there. It's a little bit more of an action RPG as opposed to like a straight up RPG. In terms of how the game handles its story and combat and things of that nature. And they kind of dumbed down some things and kind of focus more on other stuff. And it's a beautiful looking game. I mean, when it runs right, it runs a little clunky on PlayStation. I mean, I'm sure on PC it's fine. But I played it on PlayStation because I wanted to play it in the living room. But that's neither here nor there. Point of the matter is, when I got through with that game, and honestly, it's a game I will never revisit again because it was kind of a hot mess of a game. I was telling other people, I was like, dude, I actually think Bloodlines 2 had a really cool story. I just wish that the gameplay, wasn't so bland that like it was a chore to get through. Like the gameplay,
Right.
it felt like, oh man, the story, normally with games, the gameplay is the cake. It's the dessert.
Right. And you want to like, all right, cutscene. All right, get through this shit. I want to get back to killing shit. Yeah.
It was the opposite in Bloodlines, too, where it was like, I was like, dude, the story is the dessert. But now I got to eat my fucking vegetables, which is this fucking gameplay. And there's way more of the gameplay than there is the story. So it's like, it was a pain in the ass.
I know you're not gonna agree with this. And if you're a Souls person, you won't. But that's me in Souls games. I love the world. I love the lore. I love the beauty. But it's like, fuck, man. I'm just gonna watch these stories on YouTube because I cannot make it through the next boss.
Yeah, I mean, it's a so for me, here's the thing. After I beat that game, because I get where you're coming from. Maybe not for the exact same reasons for myself. I think the worlds that are in those Soulsborne games are fantastic, and I actually do love reading about them. I do enjoy playing the game a little bit more than I do reading the item descriptions. But that said, I'm going to tell you what I did do after I beat Bloodlines 2 and uninstalled it. I installed another game. That is also Vampire the Masquerade. Didn't get a lot of fanfare when it came out, and a lot of people kind of shit on it. But I've noticed since Bloodlines 2 came out, a lot of people have changed their opinion about this game, and it's called Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. A lot of people shit on this game when it originally came out. Like big time.
Real quick, I'm gonna restart my computer.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say, you are kind of
just
jumpy.
being weird. Yeah, it's on my set. I'm going to restart. I'll be right back.
Hang a minute. I'll hold it down. But no, I guess real quick, I'll just share this with y'all. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but yeah, man. Bloodlines, which let me go ahead and say right now. The Swan Song is not going to win any awards. It's not going to win any awards for being like, the best. It's not going to win any awards for being like the best game ever. But what I will say is like, it's not the most graphically intensive game. It is kind of jank in some spots. But I had way more fucking fun playing this game than I did playing Bloodlines 2. I enjoy this game infinitely better than I did playing the other. But no, you are correct. One of them, there's women folk in the game, and there's a whole Negro who is one of the main characters. So yeah, there was that. But yeah, I noticed that I was like, this game is way more fun. This is way more of like this was closer to being an actual successor to Bloodlines than this other bullshit. Not to say the Bloodlines 2 was like the worst thing I've ever played, but it's just like I just was like, you know what? they could have kept this. I was like, they could have kept this. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. Which I did. And like I said, I love the story. I wish the story was attached to something better. That said, the Fabian. I'm gonna tell you what, I like the Fabian sections, but man, I'm not gonna hold you. They were kind of frustrating in some spots, and I'm gonna tell you why, and you'll probably know exactly what I'm talking about. The scenes where you had to use your power to talk to objects. I love those interactions, but I hated how sometimes you would have to do just the right amount of things to trigger it so you could use it. Like there was one where I had to go talk to the file cabinet in the police station, but even though it told me I had to go talk to the file cabinet, what the game actually wanted me to do was talk to the dude at the front desk, not the guy at the file cabinet, but the dude at the front desk of the police station, and talk to him about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with the damn file cabinet. And it's like, okay, now you can talk to the file cabinet. I hated that shit. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. Also, I hated that there were scenes of the game where they're like, no, you can't use your powers. Why? I literally was playing a La Sombra. I literally had powers that would have made the game so much easier. It's like, hey, I can just use my little shadow thing and just... I feel like the original Bloodlines rewarded you for making good choices on class. Like if you were a Nosferatu, you had obfuscates, you could just like sneak around stuff and like you play like areas where like, man, I don't have the right power to like make this easy. Like they didn't let you do that in this game. It was like, no, they wanted everybody's experience to be exactly the same, regardless of the fact you were playing clans with different powers. I also hated that the difficulty level for each clan was so drastically different. Like La Sombra was hard mode, so that's also painted my opinion of the game. I was like, I'm playing as La Sombra. So now I effectively chose hard mode because I wanted to play the clan that I loved so much from the tabletop game. I hated that shit. Fucking hated it. Fucking hated it. I feel like when you give me a game and you tell me, man, oh dude, you're a super duper ultra mega badass vampire elder who has all these powers that other vampires don't. But you can't use any of it. You've lost me right there. The clans were originally locked behind paywalls, but because people complained about it, they made it to where the two clans were made available on day one for free. Because people ate them up. And here's the thing, if they would not have done, if I think it was the Chinese Room that developed the game, had the people not complained, there only would have been 4 clans in the game that you could have played as. So basically the 6, I think it's 6 clans total that you get to play as. But yeah, I don't know, man. It pissed me off. So what kind of game is the Expedition? Well, it's funny that you ask. So basically, I haven't played a whole heap of a lot of it, but the way I kind of look at it, it's basically an RPG. It's basically an RPG, but more like more story focused. Honestly, kind of like an alternative in a lot of ways to Baldur's Gate, though I don't think like not as in depth as Baldur's Gate is, in my opinion. In my humblest of opinions. And that said, I think that people need to be prepared, look more into the indie game sector, because I promise you, you're going to start seeing a lot of big AAA games like falling off. Because people aren't buying them like that anymore. Like, I mean, outside of like, okay, yeah, GTA 6. Like, yeah, people are going to buy the fuck out of GTA 6. They're going to buy GTA. Hell, I'm going to buy GTA 6. I don't even care about GTA as much as some other people do. And I'm going to buy GTA 6. I think games like that are going to be safe. But I think like, yeah, people are, I don't know. I just don't see people really flocking towards the AAA as much, because I feel like you can get way better gaming experiences in the indie and free sector. Like, what was it? There was a game just came out. I haven't got a chance to play yet, but I'm very interested in it. Wuthering Waves. I mean, it's like one of those like it looks like kind of like one of those Genshin Impact type deals where it's like, hey, we took this one game and we just made it anime. That's basically what Wuthering Waves looks like to me. But I mean, it looks fun. Looks like it might be fun. There's another game coming out called Ananta that I think used to be called Project Mugen. That I want to check out, which basically just looks like GTA had a one night stand with Spider-Man on PS5 and decided to raise the baby in secret. That's basically what it looks like. It's basically what it looks like. But with anime. But with anime. That's what that game looks cool. I'm here for it. And it's free. So I'll definitely be playing that. I am not going to be playing Light of Motorum. Thank you very much. That is a hard pass. Am I gonna play Outer Worlds 2? That's a difficult one because, man, I'm not gonna hold you. I couldn't get through the first game. There was some jank in that first game, and here's the thing: I played it after they had patched up everything. There was some weird, there was some weird gameplay stuff that I just couldn't get jiggy with. There was some weird gameplay stuff that I don't know, for whatever reason, couldn't get with it. And we're gonna wait till Robo gets back before we talk about that. We're gonna wait till Robo gets back. There's something very specific that I kind of want him to be there for. Because we're gonna be looking at a video. We're gonna be looking at a video that is gonna kind of help shed some light on this. And yes, let's see. Oh yeah, dude, old school world. I forget because I always got confused about what edition was what. But I think where I came in was like third edition Vampire the Masquerade, which was like the big green book. I think that was third edition. I have to double check myself. Because I always heard people say like different shit. Let me see here. Vampire the Masquerade, Third edition. Yep, third edition. That's what it was. Yeah, the revised edition. I think I had the second edition too, but I know for a fact I had the revised edition. And I had some of the older books before they actually had some of the newer clans that came up in the third edition stuff. But yeah. But I never actually got to play it. I always I had the books and would just read them because I just thought they were so fucking interesting. But yeah, I thought the world was just really cool. Also, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I was stupid into vampires. But the Ascent, I do have the Ascent. I've yet to finish it, though. Because I was technically, if it's the game I'm thinking about, I was playing it with Carter. And, we, for whatever reason, we just didn't get back to playing it again. But I like that game a lot. Let's see here. Let's see here. Did I catch Robo's live stream the other day? No, I did not. I didn't know. He didn't tell. See, this is what happens when when Robo doesn't live stream for a while. I end up not knowing stuff. See, that makes me sad. Yeah, he streamed. I didn't know about it. What kind of tabletop RPG is Bloodlines? So, Bloodlines is a straight up RPG, but it's a kind of a probably the closest thing you could probably compare to the original Bloodlines would probably be kind of like a, I guess kind of like a take Fallout or Skyrim, but remove the open world element of it. You were kind of just in zones more than anything else. But that said, but when you get to if you want to get into what the Vampire the Masquerade tabletop game, like the actual tabletop game was, I mean, it was really just more of like a story focused RPG. I mean, it really kind of depended on who was running your game. Like some people would run more social games, some people would run more action oriented games, just depending on like, it really depended on, who you were talking to. But most of the ones that I had played were usually a little bit more social with some action where it was required. And then there were also, well, it's not necessarily my jam. There were some people who would do like LARPs. I played a LARP one time. Was not for me. I didn't have the same experience everyone else had. It was weird to me. But yeah, man, no, we actually don't have a tabletop RPG channel there. Maybe we might have to turn that around. Might have to. Oh wait. Oh, you know what? I misread that. Thank you for clarifying. Rob, like Comics Explained, Rob was live streaming. What was he talking about? What was yeah. That should tell you how little Rob actually live streams. I just assumed you were talking about Robo for whatever reason. What was he on? What was he talking about? He have anything to he was going off about? I still am waiting on him to clarify something to me that he asked me the other day. Days ago, actually. Oh, that explains why Robo's computer was being jank. He had a Windows update. Yeah, he fucked around and had a Windows update. See, hate to see it. But yeah, somebody put me on game. So little known, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this. So not my first, but my second. Before this YouTube channel was ever a thing, I actually used to run 2 previous channels before this. One was kind of more of like a video game, movie, kind of general geek vibe type deal. And then there was a second one that was tabletop gaming focused, both for tabletop RPGs and like tabletop like board games, like very in-depth stuff like Gloomhaven and things of that nature. But yeah, we were talking about like Dungeons and Dragons, whatnot, what have you. But it was so much work because it was just me, and I was kind of learning how to be a content creator at the same time I was trying to do the thing. So like, yeah, once upon a time, things could have gone differently. Things could have gone very differently. You would be you would be amazed. You would be amazed. But yeah. Well, let's see. What was here? Let's see. I want to see what this was. It says he was talking about bringing back the weekly pull in some form and possibly doing interviews with comic creators. Wonder where he got that. God damn it. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. That is amazing. Yeah, honestly, I say kudos to him. If he wanted, like, honestly, if Rob wanted to do the weekly pull, I'd fuck with him on it. I don't know if he would, fuck with me on it, but I would be down. Like, I would actually like legitimately be down. But I know how that goes. Here's the thing, though, and I don't want to say this for anyone who is wondering. Doing interviews with comic creators is not something I would do if I was only doing it to, like, get famous. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't need to get famous. He already kind of is famous. but like, yeah, like it's not a way that like it's not a panty dropper for the algorithm. I'll put it like that. It's not a panty dropper for the algorithm. When y'all see me doing interviews, it's because I genuinely want to talk to these people. Like, I genuinely want to have a conversation with them. That's why I don't just interview everybody. I interview the people I want to talk to. Or if someone reaches out to me and I'm like, hey, this person seems cool, I'll be like, all right, cool. Well, we'll talk. I'm supposed to be scheduling some interviews with some people this week, but the people I've reached out to have not responded, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, he mentioned me? What? Rob talking about me when I'm not around? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. Why would he do that? I mean, hey, like, here's the thing, though. I appreciate that. It's one of those things where Rob and I have a very, like, it's one of those things, like, we don't get to talk very often, but whenever we do, we have a good time, so... I don't know, man. Maybe, like I said, maybe, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit him up. I'm just gonna have to message Rob, because you know what? Not charging it to Rob's heart. I think Rob and I are a lot more similar than people might understand, because I'm gonna tell you the type of person I am, and I'm not proud of this. This is not a brag. This isn't something I'm bragging about. I actually think this is the worst thing about me. Hey, Robo's back. I'm the type of person that if you are not directly in my like line of sight, like we talk about we talk about kids that moment they gain object permanence. I am an adult who never got object permanence when it comes to people. So like if people, and here Robo's back. If a person, no matter how much I love them or like them or whatever, if they disappear from my life for a long enough stretch of time, I will forget about them.
For me, that stretch of time is about 36 hours tops.
I give myself longer. It's like a couple of weeks for me, like about 2, maybe 3 weeks. Like honestly, if we go a month without talking, I just assume you're dead. Like one of my closest friends in a long time. That kind of happened with me and her, where like I still love her to death, and we still like kind of occasionally kind of chit chat with each other. But because she moved away, like she used to live in Memphis, and like for reasons that honestly she was right to move away, because she was going through a lot of crazy shit, and it was marital stuff. I'm not gonna tell our business, but just basically kind of trying to give a vague description so that maybe people understand why I think it was a good idea. But basically, yeah, she had a really bad relationship that she had gotten into, bad marriage. She had to get away, and she needed to like kind of get her shit together, get her confidence back up. And I was happy that she did it, but she stayed gone, and she kept moving. I think she moved even further away after her initial move. And it was one of those things where I'm not a road trip person, and I just never really had the free time to go like, because I mean, at the time it's like, oh, I'm a dad now, and I'm like working a lot, and then even though technically you would think becoming a content creator would give me more time to go do stuff, it actually really didn't. Being a full-time content creator
for yourself.
Yeah, it was like, it took a long time for Cynthia to come to grips with the fact that just because I'm always home and always sitting on my ass, that doesn't mean I'm not busy. It took Cynthia a long time to get used to that.
When you work
shit.
for yourself, there's nobody to give you days off and federal holidays and shit. You know what I mean? You gotta plug that shit in yourself.
Well, it was so. I personally, for me, I don't like that aspect of myself, so I always do try to keep people around because I know how I am. But like, yeah, if someone dipsets for a minute, like they just be like, yeah, man, I just did. If you peace out on me for whatever reason, you just stop talking to me for like especially if it's for a long time, like we go like more than a year. I'm not gonna lie, man, I've already sat Shiva for you. I don't mean like you're dead to me as in like fuck you, but like I mean like, if you just mysteriously come back into my life, it's going to be like you came back from the dead. With all that entails. with all of that, like with the like, if I see you out somewhere and you come up and talk, I'm like, how are you here?
Yeah.
Like,
see, for me, it's not so much that you'd be dead to me.
right?
It's that I would forget you were alive. Right. Like, so it's one of the things with ADHD that I really gotta like let people know. Because you know how like, so you said if there's been a long enough time, you know what I mean, it'll be like they were dead and everything that comes with it. For me, it'll be like there was no time at all.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I might not talk to my dad for a month. You know what I mean? Which is shitty. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fucking regret that one day. But it's not because I don't love my dad, my parents, same with my mom. Like, it's not that I don't love them. It's just I'm constantly going all day and then I forget. And then when I think about it, it's like, oh man, they're asleep. Like, man, I gotta call them tomorrow. And then I forget. And then when I call them, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, what happened? I haven't heard from you in so long. And it's like, oh yeah, it has been a long time, hasn't it? I just, out of sight, out of mind.
No, that's what it.
Out of sight, out of mind. You know?
Dude, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is, man, let me tell you, the day that my stepson moved out, like, I mean, obviously, I've been in this kid's life since they were 5 years old. They are, I think as of this moment, they are 20 now. And sometimes, because of how much they stay away, sometimes I forget about them.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't like fully forget about them, but it's like sometimes I'm kind of like, because it's also one of those things too that like they've kind of been on their like, I'm gonna make all the mistakes humanly possible and not listen to anybody's advice. Tour. That's the tour they've been on lately. So pretty much everybody in the family's kind of like, yeah, you're gonna have to fuck around and find out. So we just gonna let you fuck around and just come back when you're done finding out. Because so the only time I actually remember that he exists is when he calls asking for money. So it's like, I mean, he doesn't ask me because he knows I'm not gonna give it to him. But like he'll call my mom and it'd be like, hey, can I get some money? I fucked up. Or like,
does he call her Meemaw?
Nah. He calls because of the nature of the relationship he had with his birth grandmother, like his mom's mom. He never really calls my mom grandma, but he just calls her Miss San. Which I mean, it's kind of similar to me when I was a kid. Yeah, which is, I always felt shitty for this, and it's something I've corrected as I got older. But like when I was a kid, probably up until like I was damn near almost out of high school, I didn't call my mom. I called her San. Yeah, which was kind of like my.
Oh, because she wasn't there. She wasn't there for a long time in the beginning. Is that why? Or something?
Well, it was because like when I was a kid, like she was there, like she raised me, but like she was in nursing school and she worked nights, and because of her job, like she had to work like crazy fucking hours. So it was always my grandma that was there to like take care of me, for the majority of the time. But like she was around.
Did you call your grandma mom or no?
I did for a little bit, but like
early,
like very early on.
Sure.
But like most kids probably would. Hell, even Cersei has made that mistake when like they were like a baby, but like they don't do it obviously not now. But like I would call her granny, and then I would call my mom San. And then like when I got around like 15, 16, I started calling her mom. Not because like I didn't, it wasn't like anything like deep or anything like that. Like I knew she was my mom. It was just like that was my pet name. That was kind of like my pet name for my mom. Like and honestly to me, I actually thought in my own mind, I actually thought it was better. But hey, you do what you want to with that. But no.
So what got us on this one anyway? Was it a super chat or?
Yeah. Well, we were talking like Rob's name came up because at first, so Jon Stewart said, "Hey, did you catch Rob's live stream, and I misread it. I thought he said your live stream. I was like, oh man, I didn't get the notification. That's crazy. And he was like, no, actually, Rob, like Comics Explain, Rob. And then we started talking about like other people. And I was talking about like, oh yeah, I was like, oh, I don't really get to talk to Rob that often. Da 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 da. And then we went down a rabbit hole of not talking.
Got it.
But I do agree with something that I saw. Man, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Also, thank y'all for letting me know Rob was saying nice things about me. I appreciate that. But that's what it was. He said he was talking about bringing back the weekly poll, positive interviews, comic creators. Where was the other one? There was another one. Here it is. He said, he said his uncle had recently passed away, so give your condolences before before shooting the shit. I will definitely do that. Because that was actually one of the reasons why we spoke the last time. Well, not the last time, but the time before the last time was I was doing a check-in on him because I knew it was kind of, this was like when it was kind of coming around time to being the anniversary of Benny's death. And I was like, I remember, I was like, dude, I know how close y'all were. So I was like, I reached out, I was like, hey man, you good? Like, and here's the thing, I don't, man. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the type of person I am. This, once again, believe me or don't, I don't care. But I'm the type of person who I feel like if I really wanted to, I could probably bug the fuck out of Rob. And when I say bug the fuck out, I don't mean like, oh, get on his nerves, but I mean like if I really want to, I could probably blow up Rob like every day. And he probably. Oh,
you mean like talk to bullshit with
like
him.
reach out, shoot the shit or whatever. But I don't because like I'm weird. I'm one of those weirdos that's like I don't want this motherfucker to think that I'm trying to like.
No, I feel you.
Like ride his coattails. So I try to be his friend, but like from afar, not because like once again, doesn't got shit to do with like how I feel, but it's just like I don't ever want people to think that I'm using them, which I'm not, but it's like I don't ever want anyone to feel like that might be the case. So that's why I don't blow him up like that. But
that's funny too, because I think it's you have the ability to think that way, and it's not a wrong way because this is you're in this industry, you know what I mean? Like you're in it, and I remember when we first started hanging out, I didn't even like it didn't even cross my mind until I said something. It was when we were doing I Freaking Love Comics, and I told Judah, I said, hey, Blerd's gonna be on the live stream tonight. And he's like, oh shit. And he got excited. My computer's still doing that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. He got really excited because he's like, oh shit, he has like blah 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 followers and like that's smart. That was smart. And I was like, oh yeah. I was just invited him because he's cool people. Like it doesn't even click because I'm like, I wasn't like trying to be a streamer or anything at that point, but
there's other people that, and like I said, I'm not being petty about it or anything. It's a fact. There have been people who have invited me on their shows for that reason, not your
little
reason,
do they know,
but for the other reasons. Like, and I always tell them like, this ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. I was like, is this really? Even if I wanted it to, because I tell people all the time, I've had Rob come on to the Blerd Cave,
right, and that's how you got your first million.
Right?
Because Rob came.
Right? I wish. But that's not how it works. And when me and Rob talked about it, like off to the side, like we were like, yeah, that's not really how that shit works. And like, sometimes he'll be like, hey, he'll ask me like if it helped or anything. And Rob's a good dude. Like, he's the type of guy that, he wants to help other people out. But the thing is, I don't ever want like, and I know Rob wouldn't, I know deep down in my heart of hearts, I know Rob wouldn't think this way, but I wouldn't want anyone else to be like, oh, Blerd only caught on because Rob put him on. And it's like, that's not okay. I know, like, between, like me and Rob off to the side, we would know the truth, but, like, I know, like, people were already calling me a broke-ass Comics Explain when I first started. And that was before Rob and I had ever shared 2 words with each other.
Wow.
So like, I know what people
Low key racist too. And you know damn well low key racist.
Oh no.
Because if you were white, they would not have said that shit.
Nope. You know, like they would have been like, "Oh man, that's so cool."
Hell no.
Look at him. He's one of them. He's one of them coloreds. try to talk about. He don't know nothing about them there comic books, them there funny books. Any update on that plaque? No, actually, I have not. YouTube got back to me, but they're kind of taking their sweet time. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get why, because the letter I sent them was not kind. Because I told you like I reached out to him, right?
Yeah, you did.
So did I ever tell you that like I never got like the, you know, like normally you reach out to them, they give you like a reply email saying, oh, hey, we got your we'll get back to you on stuff. I didn't get one of those until like almost a week later. So I actually kind of thought like, oh shit, did I actually like, did I hit send and did I close the window before I hit send? Like what? Maybe I did that. I don't know. Well, no, they got back to me and they were like, oh yeah, it's going to take us some time. We're going to sort this out. We're going to send this to our team. We're going to try and figure out what's going on. Cause I told them, I was like, dude, I was like, literally the person I talked to said that it could take up to a year from the date of the infraction plus 30 days to become eligible again, you know, because of the infraction you got. And I was like, okay. And I said, I've gone through all my stuff. I have not gotten another content strike or content warning, community strike, community warning. I haven't gotten any of that shit. I was like, I have been squeaky fucking clean. And I was like, and when I sent the letter, it was like, it was 2 months after the date they told me I should be in the clear. So I was like, and so I basically was like, I said, so look, I said, I need somebody to give me some fucking clarification. I was like, so I can move on with my life, and my day. I was like, either A, somebody fucked up and didn't, you know, hit the button to clear me, or B, whoever I talked to from y'all lied to me and told me that I would be eligible, because I went back, I went over the email. They literally said, once that period passes, I would be eligible again. So I was like, that person didn't tell me like, yeah, you fucked up this time, so yeah, you can never get it. They never said that. They said
right.
I would be eligible again. And I was like, so what is it? I was like, am I fucked for life? Or is this just like a communication error or something? Or is there something else that's going on that I don't know about? Because like I go through my shit and check every fucking week to make sure I don't have any like monetization issues or community issues. I go through that shit. I filter shit, look for it, and then address it right then and there. I've been going back and like muting, because you know, back when we first started doing the Blerd Cave, back when it was like just me, I used to use this one dude, Chuki Beats, and you know, because he had like, you know, as long as you had like his information shit in your thing, like he would let you use his beats. Well, now he's going through this whole thing where he's going back and flagging people for using his shit, even if you did have attribution to him in your description. So I've been going back.
Goddamn Chuki.
Yeah, right. So I've been going back and muting all his shit. So there you go. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but that said, yeah, we had another thing that we were going to talk about. We're going to fucking talk about it. This is what I was going to tell you. I wonder if this is what happened to you. Have you updated your Discord? Because there was an update today.
I think so.
You probably did since you restarted. Yours probably updated when you kicked back in. But yeah, there was an update earlier today. That's why I was wondering, like, I wonder if that's what it is. Let's see here. Oh, and you know what? Somehow I missed this. I don't know how I missed this, but like it's weird because it came up at the same time as the other thing. But here, let's pull this up real quick. We got Vandolph the Black, who hit us up with the Blerd Club Silver. 9 months as movies and games dropping off for streaming media. It's kind of crazy because did you see the trailer for Scream 7?
No.
Came out today. Yeah, trailer came out today.
Oh, okay.
As quick as it came out, Canceled. As quick as it came out.
Stop.
Everybody on my timeline was like, yeah, like, because, well, the funny thing was, and this is why I thought it was hilarious, because this morning I saw the trailer and then I posted, I did a post basically saying, like, yeah, I was like, as big a fan as I am of the franchise, I'm not going to go see this in theaters because, yeah, I was like, they did my girl, Melissa dirty as fuck. Matter of fact, here, I'll just pull it up. This is easier. But yeah, basically, I was like, yeah, I'm skipping Scream 7 in theaters. As a big a fan as I am of the franchise, I'm even bigger fan of not firing actors for supporting Palestinians and calling Israel's genocide in Gaza exactly what it was and still is, genocide. I was like, they did Melissa Barrera dirty as fuck, and even after the rest of the world's begun to say the same things that she did that got her fired, they've yet to course correct. Paramount can miss me. Now, technically, it was Skydance, I think, that was actually responsible, but Skydance is under Paramount. And I'm pretty sure that directive, considering things that have happened recently, I'm pretty sure that directive came from Paramount. So, yeah.
You know what I'm willing to bet?
What's up?
I'm willing to bet there is a incredible human being somewhere on this planet, maybe in India, Russia, Malaysia, LA, that will sit in a movie theater with a dope ass camera. Let me tell y'all something.
With some AI upscaling.
If you think that theater recordings like the days of old,
no, it's not.
You're not giving credit to these damn phones. I'm sure we'll find a way to watch Scream without Paramount's Zionist ass getting any money.
Dude, they I saw, what was it? I saw someone had a weapons one, and it, like, the audio, you could tell by the audio that it was bootleg, like, because audio was like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, but you could tell they used like AI voice isolation to kind of like keep the keep any background chatter from really getting caught. But like the quality of the video itself, it wasn't like theater quality, but it was damn near close to it. I was like, God damn, I was like,
nice.
I was like, ooh, shit. I was like, dude, theaters are cooked. Theaters are cooked now. I said, it was already bad before, but I was like, y'all really cooked now. That said, was it, what do I mean, Scream? No, the movie is still coming out. What I mean is that a lot of people on my timeline all said the same thing. They were all saying, yeah, I'm not going to go see Scream 7. Matter of fact, I saw a lot of people, let me see if I can actually, I'm going to pull this up. Let's see here. Top. Here it is. Okay. So yeah. Basically, yeah, right here. One of my homies right here, Humakoa, right here. This was one of the first people I actually saw to say something about it. They said, love Nev Campbell and Matthew Lillard, but sorry, we will not be seated for Scream 7. I saw, let's see here. And yeah, this right here. I grew up on Scream. I dressed as Ghostface. Gave my friend a heart attack while we watched it on VHS in 1997. I saw Scream 2 through 6 in theaters. But for me, the franchise is largely about the escapism of fictional violence versus the horror of real violence. That and character legacy. So if you fire an actor who plays a legacy character's daughter for standing against real world violence, I'm gonna skip your installment. Sorry, Scream 7. Like it's a lot of the same thing. Like it's a lot of the same stuff that I see like all over the place. Like it's ranged everywhere from like small creators to big creators. Like right here. Hi, I'm a horror screenwriter and author. I love the Scream franchise. We're boycotting Scream 7. Why? One of the Scream reboot leads, Melissa Barrera, as I said earlier, was unceremoniously dropped after supporting Gaza. We need to speak with our wallets and tell the producers of the series that standing up for human rights isn't a fireable offense. Right here. There's another one of my peoples, which, by the way, boom, right there, automatically gets that like. Says, remember, we were boycotting Scream 7 and Spyglass Media because they fired Melissa Barrera for her being pro-Palestine and publicly called her anti-Semitic. That includes their new movie, Heart Eyes. This this is back when Hard Eyes was like coming out. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. Like this is type of energy that I've seen a lot of people on my timeline have. I've seen like even bigger posts talking about the same thing. So like I said, it for me, like I told somebody else, please believe. If you see me talking about having seen it, there you go.
Somebody clip that.
If y'all see me talking about oh man, Scream 7 was lit, please believe this was on. My straw hat was on. Hey, look, I'm not above it. See, I'm old school. Cause see, that's what a lot of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all don't know about how we used to do back in the day. I will gladly go pay for a ticket to go see another movie and then go walk into another one. Don't think I won't.
Mm.
And when the little usher comes in doing like head count, I look at that motherfucker like I'm supposed to be there. What you gonna do?
Well, see, not what they got now. Got assigned seating. Mess that thing all up.
Oh yeah, no. Well, see, and that's what you do. You know what seats ain't nobody gonna go to. Like I'll go sit my ass up front. Ain't nobody sitting up there.
Front.
Ain't nobody sit up there. Look, I'll sit. Look. Hey, I'll sit like this. I ain't above it. Look, because I'd be like, oh shit, man, that's comfortable as fuck.
Yeah, it's free as for me.
Hey, right? I'm just saying. Look. I'll be like, hey, can you give me one for Good Boy? Yeah, give me one for Good Boy. I'm gonna go in here. Oh man, dude, it's crazy. I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, go ahead and slide if it's Scream 7. Even though Scream 7 won't even Good Boy ain't even in theaters anymore. But no, I to get us back on track though, there was a video, a friend of the channel, Alyssa Mercante, had put out, and Alyssa's been doing the Lord's work since she left Kotaku. She's been doing the Lord's work. Love to see it. And she made a video called Trump is Manipulating Gamers Again, and they're falling for it. She is doing a full-on deep dive into how the MAGA movement has infiltrated gamers, and more specifically, what they're doing. Because as she said, again, it's not new. She's actually going to go back to where it comes from. And some surprising areas I think a lot of people did not catch. But no, that said, here, I'm going to pull this up. Robo, you should, keyword should. You should be able to.
I love how
it.
every time I see her, she has a new hairstyle.
Dude, she be out here like not only a new hairstyle, probably a new tattoo, and just out here wilding. Love to see it. But, let me give you a little bit of the background, though. I want to give you a little bit of background before we actually get into the video itself, because what she's actually going to be talking about, I mean, she's going to bring it up, but just in case you missed it, it's about this image right here where Donald Trump is shaking hands with Master Chief. And basically what they were doing, this was like their whole, like,
GameStop
campaign.
put this out?
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well. This is. Yeah. Exactly.
If anybody needed another reason to not shop at GameStop, well, damn.
I mean, look.
There's your 13th reason.
I don't need it. Look, I don't need another. But also, like, doing shit like this. Also, by the way, not the correct number of stars in the thing.
Of course not.
Also, I love the fact that someone actually did meme this shit. But neither here nor there. But yeah, this was a whole thing. And also, when I was talking about it earlier, that was kind of where, the White House was the one that actually posted this bullshit. The whole power to the
course.
players thing, you know, that whole rag. But she's gonna go into it and say it a lot more eloquently than us. I definitely think we'll be chiming in some spots here and there, but let's go ahead and dig into this. Let's go ahead and dig into this.
Just a few days ago, the White House and the Department of Homeland Security shared several interesting pictures that were invoking imagery from Xbox.
Wait. You say you can't?
No, I cannot.
I know why. Hold up. No, you should be able to. It's actually on the right thing. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you should be able to. Oh, wait, never mind. I know why. I remember. I hit buttons the other day. That's why. There you go.
Got it.
This iconic Halo video game series.
Boom.
The images, several of which were AI generated, included a picture of Donald Trump as Master Chief, J.D. Vance as Cortana, and a particularly disturbing one that likened illegal immigrants to the parasitic alien species in the Halo franchise known as the Flood. I want to talk to you about how, even though that imagery and use of an iconic video game character as propaganda for an increasingly militarized police force disappearing brown people in the United States is particularly disturbing, it's not even remotely unique for the Trump administration. This is something it's been doing for a decade. I also want to talk to you about how Microsoft probably isn't going to do shit about it.
And she is not wrong. She's going to go into the reasons why, but just please believe Microsoft is cooked. I'm going to say spoiler alert right now. GameStop is cooked. Microsoft is cooked. Blizzard Activision, as a direct result of them being owned by Microsoft, is cooked. Pretty much everybody that you probably love who is connected to Microsoft in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they're cooked. And matter of fact,
Microsoft is on the BDS list, so
yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
Let me tell you all something. Only Office.
Mm-hmm.
Only Office. One word. You do not need Microsoft Office. If there is anybody out there paying a subscription because I need Microsoft Word or I go to school or whatever, get yourself Only Office for free.
Yes. So, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, like, the only reason I have never jumped to Linux is just because I used to always hear about how much of a pain in the ass it was, and, like, it's hard to get apps, like, to run on it sometimes. I don't know if that's still the case now, but that's how it was back in the day. So I just have a aversion to Linux. But if I have to, if I fucking have to, I will do it.
Can you run Steam on Linux?
I don't know, but I got a Steam Deck now, so I'm good.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, when Robo was talking about Open Office the other day, and I was like, shit, I forgot about Open Office. I used to use the fuck out of Open Office.
What's funny about that is that I knew there was something like that, and then I found LibreOffice, like free Office, right? And I installed that, and that shit is ugly. And I was like, man, but I still used it. I was like, this is doo-doo. It was like Windows 3.0. And I was like, okay, let me just say, I'll. And then I saw somebody else talk about Open. I was like, that's the one. I went and looked for that one. Boom. That shit looks good. It's like Microsoft. And it has the spreadsheet, has all the same capabilities as Excel. Because that was another thing about LibreOffice. There was like some things it couldn't do. And it pissed me off. But yeah, get yourself Open Office. You be all right.
I'm gonna do some research into Linux. I'm gonna do some research. I see some of y'all saying that it's that's a lot better than what it used to be. So we'll see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a fair chance. You know what I'll do? I'll put it on my laptop because I don't really use my laptop that much. We'll that's how we'll do it. But we're gonna let Alyssa cook.
My name is Alyssa Mercante. I'm a freelance video game, internet culture, and politics journalist based in Brooklyn, New York. And understanding the radicalized online right is my unfortunate area of expertise. Before I get started, I also want to say I'm super sick. So if any of this comes off a little wonky, It's because I have a head cold, though I'm probably still mentally more capable than the majority of people in government. This all began on Friday, October 24th, during the Halo World Championships, when a ground-up remake of the original 2001 first-person shooter Halo Combat Evolved was announced as Halo Campaign Evolved. It would be coming next year, it would feature all new graphics, 3 new missions, and most importantly, for the first time ever, it would be coming to PlayStation. Naturally, jokes began to circle the internet that the console wars were over.
Now, before she carries on here, I do want to point out something. If you have not watched any content regarding the upcoming the Halo 1 remake, I highly recommend watch Mighty Keef's video about it. It's hilarious. That's how I get my gaming news now most days is Mighty Keef, because he is way more interesting than some of these AI-written articles that keep getting pumped out by some of these websites. But just so you know, if you were excited thinking that you're going to go play Halo 1 with your buddies, you're going to be doing like online multiplayer and owning the noobs, so to speak, yeah, go ahead and get that out of your head. They're not shipping this with multiplayer. So there you go. You gonna be raw dogging that campaign.
Wow.
You will be raw dogging that Halo 1 campaign. Please believe that. But yeah, anyway, back to Alyssa.
The next day, GameStop issued a joke statement on its official Twitter account declaring the end of the console war and that all claims to exclusivity are hereby dissolved. Console loyalists are instructed to cease hostilities, disband militias, and enjoy this new era of gaming. The next day, the official White House Twitter account shared GameStop's post along with an AI-generated picture of President Donald Trump as Master Chief, wielding an energy sword and standing in front of an American flag that's missing several stars. Power to the players, the post read, a nod to GameStop's official slogan. GameStop replied with what looks like an AI-edited version of old Halo concept art featuring J.D. Vance as Cortana in the background of Donald Trump once again as Master Chief. And this is all very harmless, unfunny memery, I suppose. And then the Department of Homeland Security shared a picture of Master Chief driving the in-game Humvee with a Marine operating the machine gun mounted in the rear. Destroy the flood, it read, along with the website to join Immigration Customs Enforcement, or ICE, the increasingly militaristic and undertrained law enforcement arm of the Department of Homeland Security. In the Halo universe, the flood are a parasitic alien life form. To the uninitiated, this spate of sharing video game imagery may seem odd, but this has been the modus operandi for the Trump administration for over a decade. Trump has courted gamers, a demographic that includes a significant subsection of disaffected, disenfranchised, and completely unmoored young men since his first presidential campaign. Once media executive Steve Bannon, who used to run Breitbart News, joined his campaign in August 2016, we saw a demonstrable shift. And that's because Steve Bannon already knew everything about gamers, knew everything about their methods, knew everything about what they were concerned with or not concerned with, and knew that these disaffected young men needed something to focus on that wasn't just video games. And he gave them Trump. Bannon had previously worked with and secured funding for Internet Gaming Entertainment, a Hong Kong-based company that paid Chinese workers an exorbitantly low wage to farm gold on the MMORPG World of Warcraft. In those forums and elsewhere, he saw what he called rootless white males that had monster power. And in 2014, years later, he watched that monster power get laser focused on something technically outside of the video game world that they were involved in every single day. These men weren't obsessing over gold in World of Warcraft. They were obsessing over women in the video game industry and whether or not they deserved to be there. Bannon saw that anger. He saw how much they could do with disinformation, misinformation, and harassment campaigns online, and he utilized that for the Trump campaign.
Now, this is where we're like in what she's getting into. You're talking about, like, we talked this before, but Gamergate. You know, all the Gamergate shit. Like, and the thing is, I remember so long ago, so many people tried to like run smoke screens for this stuff. They were trying to say like, oh man, that's not true. That's not true, man. You're making too much of it. You're thinking too hard about it, man. They're not using video games to get to us. Yes, they are. Because think about it. who are these ICE people we typically see out here getting recruited by the government to break up families and detain people? Most of these people could not pass a fucking police academy physical or even a military physical. Didn't Dean Cain famously break his fucking arm or sprain his arm trying to do the fucking? So. He was in a cast. His arm was in a sling for a little bit, but yeah,
it should have been worse. You know, too bad it's not.
Right. But I'll just say this, and like I said, we'll keep it pushing. But just know that the very same incels that Robo and I have been talking about since the very beginning of Nerds of Culture as a thing, we keep telling y'all, those motherfuckers are dangerous. There is nothing more dangerous in this world than a man who cannot, will not, and shall never get some pussy. Let's just make sure y'all understand that, please. Anyway, carrying on.
When Bannon was being interviewed for Joshua Green's book about him, which is called The Devil's Bargain, Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, and the Storming of the Presidency, he said flat out about gamers, you can activate that army. They come in through Gamergate or whatever, and then they get turned into politics and Trump. That army was ready to engage in memetic warfare at the drop of a hat, and they did so in the more darker corners of the internet like 4chan and Reddit. Turning to Meme Wars, the untold story of the online battles upending democracy in America, we can see how deeply gamers and internet users understood how to properly dismantle Hillary Clinton's campaign.
All key tenets making up the emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right. Now,
in threads on /poll,
in case anyone missed that, in case anyone missed it, I'm sure you caught it, Robo. But the reason why Alyssa played that clip of Hillary Clinton was because of the person yelling Pepe in the background.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, Pepe!
I thought he said hippie.
No, he said Pepe!
Yeah.
I don't know if this was the Pokemon go to the polls. I don't think this was the same speech, but just keep an eye out for it. But yes, King Sigma, her channel is Alyssa Merck. Matter of fact, here we'll put it in the. Actually, I meant to do this earlier anyway. But yeah,
and she's almost as consistent at streaming as Blerd is.
Yeah,
you thought I was gonna say me. Huh?
I was waiting. I was like, "Ooh, is he gonna do it?" I was like, "Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna go there? Is he gonna say? Is he gonna try?" But yeah, here. This is Alyssa Merck. Right here. Her. There it is. Bam. That is her info right there. Please go give her a follow because, well, for one, she's really cool. She's been on the channel before. We actually, matter of fact, one of our more interesting live streams was with her. We had her on, and it was back during the Sweet Baby Inc. debacle. Where everyone made hating Sweet Baby Inc. their personality for the better part of a year. And basically, she came on to talk with us for a little bit, and she was great. Really fun, cool to talk to. Just a really just nice, genuinely, like even like before we went live, like she was just really chill and laid back. Like if I remember correctly, Robo and I were just. Before, like, I think we actually jumped in together, like, for a little bit before the stream, just kind of do a little vibe check, and, like, dude, she was, like, pretty fucking cool. I was like, dude, if this, outside of this, I could see us, like, shooting the shit, like, for non-content related shit. I was like, dude, she's cool as fuck. I was like, why do why do these people hate her? Why do people hate her like this? I was like, she's not a mean person. She's super sweet. The only people she's mean to are fascist. And I mean, shit. Right. Fuck what they think. Right.
Right.
But anyway,
and look what happened with Batman.
Right. I mean, dude, hey, fuck them fascists. Fuck them. God damn it. No, actually, don't fuck them. That's how we get more. That's how we get more fascist, actually. But no, I do want to say real quick, shout out to King Sigma here hitting us with the super chat sticker for the 5. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Also, want to say real quick, shout out to John Stewart, who hit us on the Streamlab side. Hit us for the 10. Says, just a thank you for Robo not going shirtless with his ghost face mask on this Halloween Eve. Still hoping to see pics of your Magneto fit on Threads or Discord. Thanks again for a great stream. Get them likes up and use your hype allowances. Man, right here. This is what I'm talking about. See, this is why John's one of the goats. This is why John's one of the goats, man. We love to see it, man.
John, I got your subliminal message. I see what you're doing. You're trying to do reverse psychology. You know what? It's gonna work. All right. Just keep your eyes peeled for Threads. It's gonna work. All right.
Oh, and I will say too, you know what? Because it came up, it came up organically. Also, I love this. You know what, man? This is such I love this reference. The best bat machine. For those I don't know, did you catch this issue of Absolute Batman?
I sure did.
This is
sure did.
Batman versus Nazis, man. It was great. It was great,
yes.
man. We got this.
And you know what? Nobody would get mad at that except for like Nazis.
Yeah,
you know
right?
I mean? They'd be the only people who can get mad at that.
Right?
Because I thought it was really clear that this whole comic was about like KKK Nazi type people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. But I will say, make sure you guys tune in Saturday. We will be giving away 2 copies of this. My comic shop was goodly enough to allow me to buy 3 of these, 1 for me and 2 for 2 lucky people. They almost didn't let me, but they did.
Very nice.
They almost didn't let me.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that in my inbox for edit.
So, so here's the funny part. I already did it.
Did you? Oh, you edited it? You have the video ready?
Mm-hmm. I shot it last night and then edited I actually finished editing it before we went live. I've been a editing mofo lately, just because I'm pissed at myself for even entertaining these damn X-Men Age of Revelation videos lately, because they're all fucking long. And I'm mad at myself.
You got Absolute Green Lantern ready, so that's good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got that. So I mean, we're good to go. We're good.
I sent you the only panel people need to see on that comic in the Discord. I sent you in the DM.
Wait a minute, let me see what you got here. Let me see.
Who would see this and get mad? Who would see this and get mad?
You know what? Honestly, I don't think anybody would. I don't think anybody would, and I don't think anybody should. Like, if you see somebody getting ready to say white power and you break that arm off, I think that, honestly, I need this as a poster. I need this so I can hang it up on my wall.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, that's happening.
That's gonna happen. I'm getting this shit printed.
It's happening.
That's a good idea, and I'm stealing it.
Actually, you know
I'll
what?
Get 2.
You know what I want to do? I actually want to get this. I want to take this. I want to put it on a T-shirt and buy 100 of them, so I can just rotate them bitches out throughout the year. That's
DC might get a little mad. I'll get it for myself.
Yeah, no, it's just for me. I'm not gonna sell it. It's gonna be like one of the little custom jobs I get just for me. Nobody else but me. Yeah, that's all. That's right. Yeah, because if I was gonna do that shit, I would just draw it myself, and that way we don't have no problem.
There you go.
But I'm too busy to be doing that shit right now. But yeah, let's keep it pushing, because Alyssa's about to get cooking here on something. Maybe even some stuff that I kind of hinted at earlier. So let's go back to our correspondent. We're going to go back to our video game correspondent, Alyssa Mercante, reporting live, only not.
John's shared instructions for conducting meme wars. One such instruction manual from the Bureau of Memetic Warfare contained branding and messaging advice to follow when making memes, such as, Find the means of normalizing your message so it can blend in with the normal F slurs, 4chan speak for normal people. And advice about how to apply basic semiotics, assuming people treat the color red as evil, which can be used to highlight a point you're trying to make. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the example used to demonstrate this best practice for creating memes painted the word Jews red. We want even more information on how Bannon and the Trump administration leaned into the reactionary right, specifically gamers and nerd culture, in order to build an entire online community around Trump that would honestly stay with him no matter what. I would highly suggest you read these two books. This is Gaming Democracy, How Silicon Valley Leveled Up the Far Right by Adrian L. Masanari, and the aforementioned Meme Wars, The Untold Battles Upending Democracy in America by Joan Donovan, Emily Dreyfus, and Brian Friedberg. You are going to get a host of information, as you can see from these bookmarks, as to how insidious this connection between Trump and gamers and the internet is. But let's talk about something else even more important, shall we? I was going to throw these for effect, but I don't really want to hear that sound. The first time Trump was president, a lot of this online memeing and usage of reactionary harassment campaigns was done and organized in the dark corners of the internet. Reddit, 4chan, the places that normies don't go to. The places you're never going to see Gam sharing something. But as Silicon Valley and tech leaders, social media platform owners started becoming more and more cozy with Trump, specifically in the last 2 years during his recent campaign and obviously his current presidency, we started to see these much more reactionary, insidious ideologies bleed into the mainstream. And one of the people we have to thank most for that is, shocker, Elon Musk.
So, I mean, the left wanted to make comedy illegal, you know? Like, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like, legalize comedy.
South African entrepreneur and disgusting troll man bought Twitter back in October 2022. Quickly reinstated Donald Trump's Twitter account along with other accounts who had been banned for violating Twitter's terms of service. He loosened restrictions on hate speech. A lot of the people who actually worked on the TOS team don't exist there anymore. And he boosted the exact type of toxic gamer culture that the White House is now courting and had been courting. Plus, with all of the rampant AI that Musk feeds into, it's even easier for gamers to share this sort of generated content that would require a gamer 10 years ago to have even a modicum of an understanding of Photoshop. Now some mouth breather in a basement can make an AI Cortana with fat titties in 5 seconds. Musk also regularly invokes gamer culture and posts memes on his own X account. He spent a few weeks earlier this year embroiled in a ridiculous fight over whether or not he had any gamer cred. He does not. There is a very clear attempt to get in bed with gamers across the entire administration. Even Elon Musk's Doge was a meme. There is this very obvious effort to get these disenfranchised, disaffected, middle America white men who are young or maybe divorced or alone or struggling to talk to women or struggling to get a job, to get them to feel like this administration is on their side no matter what, even though we know there has been no material benefit for anybody who's low income or anybody who even wants to buy video games because of this Trump administration. The reactionary right and people who are perpetually online are not looking for people who have the same ideologies as them. They are looking for access to an in-group. They want to be included in something. And when the president of the United States is sharing memes from a video game that you loved when you were 15 and nothing mattered in the world and you didn't have to pay rent, you didn't have to worry about Social Security, you didn't have to worry about if you fell down the steps, you'd be able to afford to go to the hospital, that really reminds you of a time when everything was so much simpler, and he must get it. And this also isn't the first time that the Trump administration has done this. Just last month, they shared a Pokemon-themed ICE immigration raid video, which the Pokemon company said they did not give permission for, but they also didn't issue a copyright takedown for. The Trump administration courting angry reactionary right-wing gamers is not new. It's just even easier for the regular average person to now stumble across this kind of reactionary mimetic content and get sucked into the alt-right pipeline, which we already know is highly, highly effective at radicalizing young men. When I first saw this Halo imagery, I decided to reach out to the White House to try and get a response. Now, Microsoft did not reply, and I believe Microsoft won't reply because Microsoft is deeply in bed with the Trump administration. They have multi-billion-dollar contracts with the federal government and the Army, and they are one of the companies who helped fund the $300 billion White House ballroom. The video game industry is well aware that a chunk of its consumer base is reactionary right-wing white men, and they are terrified of alienating a chunk of that base. Because at the end of the day, it's all about money, isn't it? I knew Microsoft wasn't going to respond, but what about the White House and the Department of Homeland Security? I was really curious if they understood the plot of the Halo games, if they knew that Master Chief never takes his helmet off. They purposefully evoked the flood imagery to liken immigrants to parasitic life forms. So I reached out. The first response I got was about as crazy as you'd expect. This first response is an automated reply, clearly in violation of the Hatch Act, which prohibits federal and civic employees from engaging in politics while working. Due to staff shortages resulting from the Democrat shutdown, the typical 24/7 monitoring of this press inbox may experience delays. As you await a response, please remember this could have been avoided if the Democrats voted for the Clean Continuing Resolution Act to keep the government open. Then, an hour and a half later, I got this response from White House Deputy Press Secretary Kush Desai. Yet another war ended under President Trump's watch. Only one leader is fully committed to giving power to the players, and that leader is Donald J. Trump. That's why he's hugely popular with the American people and American gamers. White House spokesman Kush Desai, sent from my iPhone.
Dude, why am I getting baby reindeer vibes off this? Like, whenever I see, like, sent from my iPhone, it just seems ominous. I'm like, oh man, baby reindeer, that's crazy, man, that's wild. But yeah, like I was gonna jump in earlier because Alyssa said something that I thought was really important, but I kind of wanted to let it keep going also because I actually was checking in on somebody that I saw talking crazy in the chat. I always like to look at people's channel activity before I ban them. I wouldn't worry about old boy. That's a bot. That's 100% a bot. And if it's not a bot, well, goddamn, that's sad. But they are in timeout for the next 24 hours. So they'll be all right. But no.
Damn, I missed it.
It's all good. Honestly, I did it through my phone, which is, that's how I did it on the Slick. I had my phone open and I was like, who's this person?
I forgot to reopen chat. That's what it was. I'm like, how did I miss that?
Oh,
I forgot to restart my computer.
You all good, man? You all good, baby? But no, I do want to say though, just to kind of jump into what she was talking about, or what this is actually kind of goes back to the Elon Musk part. The funny thing about the right, and that whole like, hey man, comedy's dead, man. They made it illegal. They made it illegal. These are the same people who. Yeah, because what he's referring to is, he's like, oh man, you can't make fun of anything anymore. But the second you make fun of them, they're like, oh, the tolerant left. So much for the tolerant left.
That's how it always is.
It's like, it's always rules for thee, not for me. They want to be able to make fun of you, but because think about it. It was all fun and games. They were all about making fun of people's looks, making fun of people being disabled, making, calling people childless cat ladies. And what was it? I remember, what was it Matt Gaetz said? Fat blue-haired liberals who look like thumbs. But the second, like, you make fun of Matt Gaetz's, like, eyebrows or Nancy Mace's neck, or, and I remember even some people tried to come to the defense of, what was that motherfucker's name? The one that I know people don't like calling him Governor Toy Line Company that I shall not say, but
what's his face with the Hot Wheels?
Yeah, they call him Governor. Yeah. But here's my thing though: these are the same people who quite literally would turn right around and call you everything but a fucking child. Wouldn't even call you a child of
That's
God.
Right.
Wouldn't even call you a child of God. But like the second you say something about them, suddenly you're the problem. What was it? There's
That's
a guy.
Right. I mean,
oh no, go ahead, because I think you're about to say what I was just thinking about.
Well, Asmongold. Do you see what happened with Asmongold?
Oh,
that's the way they always are.
Yeah,
Asmongold's out there completely co-signing a admitted lying white supremacist, and Asmongold's out there saying, Asmongold's out there talking about, yeah, we need to crush the left. We need to make it so that, because, and you know what he says? He goes, because that's what they would do to us. When? Like, God, I would fucking love that. When? Was it under Clinton or Obama? Did it happen? Did it happen during Biden and I fucking missed it?
Well, you remember Dark Brandon, right? You remember Dark Brandon, how like he laser-eyed everybody?
That's right.
Remember, he laser-eyed everybody.
They were all dead. He
remember remember, Dark Brandon was out here sending government agents to round up people who disagreed with him and put them in prison. Oh, wait. No, Donald Trump's doing that. There was literally a guy who, to my understanding, has been jailed for making fun of Donald Trump. And then there's people who I have seen recently who have been going out and shooting people. I've been seeing the show on the news, going out and shooting people because they, what was it? What was the guy? The guy who ran over the two girls because they made fun of Charlie Kirk. They made fun of Charlie Kirk dying.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then they revealed this motherfucker had a history that he had been going after those same girls before. So, I mean, dude, no. Here's the thing.
Yep.
The left doesn't, first off, let's look. I don't know who needs to hear this. All of this is projection. The reason why they're always so scared that the left is going to do something to them, it's because they want to do the thing that they're claiming the left is doing, and they're scared because they know for a fact they wouldn't like it if someone did what they want to do to them. They know. They know. Here's the thing. The right knows that their ideas and their desires, they know that those desires are aberrant. There's a reason why they were so quick to be talking about Pizzagate and and kitty dungeons in the bottom of pizza parlors and drag time. Was a drag queen story hour and the Epstein files, all until they started learning, oh wait, it's our side that's doing that. Oh well, no, that's okay. That's okay. We're not worried about the Epstein files anymore. We're not worried about the Catholic priests that are that are touching the kids. We're not worried about that. No. We don't care about the Epstein files anymore. We don't care about. Shh. Don't believe your lying eyes. That's what they do. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. And the thing is, the right, for as dumb as they are, they're not as dumb as they look. They know how the left moves. The left doesn't crush anybody. As a matter of fact, the left goes out of its way not to offend anybody. To the point is why we saw so many people who we would normally associate as leftists crying for Charlie Kirk's death and be like, oh, I'm so sad. What was that one kid? What was that kid's name? I don't remember his name because I fucking blocked him. I'm done with him. But that one little white kid who's always like going viral for debating MAGA people. Little young white kid.
The guy who cried over Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, Dean Withers. Thank you, Xylism. Dean Withers. Fuck that kid. Fuck that kid. Honestly, you know what? I'm not going to say it because I might get in trouble. But I'll just say this. I have nothing nice to say. Matter of fact, you know what? Tell you what, I can't say it because I'll get in trouble. But basically here, Dean Withers.
Why? Because fuck him, that's why.
Fuck him. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Fuck him. Fuck him. Yeah, because that's what it is. It's literally the left. I know like the whole saying is left is best, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The left is the fucking worst. They're some of the fucking worst sometimes. And like, it just, like, you know what it is? MAGA and liberals, they are literally two sides of the same coin. Literally two sides of the same coin. And I hate them both. Don't keep your liberal fucking bullshit. Keep it over there. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want your MAGA shit. I don't want your liberal shit. Y'all are both terrible for completely different reasons, but at the same time, because I can't stand when because you know what I'm talking about. When people kept talking about blue MAGA and all these people, like, man, there's no such thing as blue MAGA. Blue MAGA is not real. Yes, it is. And the people who claim that it's not real, the reason why they claim it's not real is because they're blue MAGA. Every motherfucker I saw trying to deny that blue MAGA was real, every last single one of them has been outed as being blue MAGA.
Yep.
Yeah,
can't criticize. I didn't criticize anyone blue, really. Don't talk shit about Biden. Don't talk shit about. And then if you did, there were people mad and talking shit about old dude in California, Gavin Newsom.
Oh yeah,
talking about this is how we get Trump. The dude hasn't even announced that he's running.
No.
And Blue Mag is mad if you criticize him because that's going to help Trump win.
And don't bring up that
What?
someone got mad at me for pointing out that, because basically someone made a post on about how, like, look at MAGA voting against their best interest. But then I was like, so basically you're okay with laughing at them for voting against their best interest. I was like, so are you going to laugh at trans people who vote for, like, trans people and gay people who vote for Gavin Newsom? Because he is enacting policies right now that are against their best interest, but you still want, so would you make fun of them? Or you wouldn't because it's your guy.
That's right.
That's my thing. Like, I don't
That's right.
play this shit like we're on a fucking, like, team. There's no team. This is humanity on the line. Like, we don't, I don't care if the team that's wearing my favorite jersey, I don't care if they always win. I care if they get shit done. Sometimes you got to check motherfuckers. I will check Gavin Newsom just as quick as I check AOC. And if I catch Ilhan Omar or Rashida Tlaib or JB Pritzker or any of these other motherfuckers, I catch y'all fucking up, I'm gonna say the same shit. I'll be like, yeah, you gotta do better, pimp. What was the one guy? Plattner. The guy that's running right now. I was like, dude, if you
with the Nazi tattoo on his chest, shit.
Yeah, like, you mean? And I said the same thing. A lot of other people said. I was like, look, I mean, he addressed it. He gave a reason that I thought was, well, stupid, largely a thing that I have seen people do. I am willing to give him the grace where I would not give others, because at least he said something about it before someone else did. He drew attention to it before anyone else could, and I was like, I look at the way he moves, and I'm like, you know what? I can still fuck with him. If Mom Donnie fuck up, guess what? I'm gonna talk some shit. I don't even live in New York. I'm gonna talk some shit. But yeah, that's just me. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. I never looked it up until just now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell I would have ever known that was a Nazi tattoo.
No, the tattoo in question, like because when people said he had a Nazi tattoo, I thought the motherfucker had like an actual fucking Nazi tattoo.
Swastika or something.
Like I was thinking like that, or like I was like, dude, Pete Hegseth literally has a fucking has black iron crosses and shit and fucking SS symbols tattooed on him. Nobody says shit. But I was like, this one, I was like, honestly, a skull and I was like, this is, I mean, yeah, it is a symbol, but it's an obscure one that, like, honestly, had no one told me, I wouldn't have known. And honestly, wouldn't even have thought anything about it. I'd be like, oh, that's okay, yeah, he's got a white man with skull and bones tattooed on him. Must be a pirate. That's what I would have said. But anyway, and, yeah, it's whatever. But I don't care about that. I'm not gonna pull a jank Uger and pretend to be pissed off about it. But yeah, all that aside, to get back to Alyssa's amazing video.
This may seem kind of stupid, right? It's the White House, they're sharing memes, what does it all matter? The point is, not only are they purposefully trying to court gamers further and further and deeper into this MAGA alt-right world, but if the DHS is getting involved and using video games as propaganda for their highly illegal behavior regarding immigrant folks in the United States, this mistreatment of brown folks, this disappearing of brown folks to places where their family can't even trace them, that is a huge, huge problem. And maybe we could have just left it at this stupid meme response, probably written from a DC bar by Kush Desai. But then I got an email from the Department of Homeland Security this morning. And that just really put the nail in the coffin, proving that this administration is willing to utilize any imagery that speaks to a very specific group of people in this country in order to continue to push its propaganda. The email reads, "We will reach people where they are with content they can relate to and understand, whether that be Halo, Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, or any other medium. DHS remains laser focused on bringing awareness to the flood of crime that criminal illegal aliens have inflicted on our country. We are not slowing down." I'm not even going to touch the irony of the people who have been screaming until they're blue in the face about keeping politics out of their video games, loving the fact that the Trump administration is using their favorite video games as propaganda, their favorite IPs. I mean, this could bleed into Lord of the Rings. I'm sure they would love to make some sort of reference to the orcs and illegal immigrants next. I can't wait to see how they cross that bridge.
So here's the thing. I've said this before. I've talked about this before. In the original run of Lord of the Rings, the original books, there are no black people. Not really. Not like in the strictest sense.
Mm-hmm.
Any people who could be potentially perceived as black are the bad guys. The savages who came from across, whatever, on the elephants or whatever. And ostensibly the fucking orcs. Like those are the closest, yeah, when they made the movies, they added in some color, and they added or not the movies, really, more the TV shows they did in the movies. No. But when they did like Rings of Power, which by the way, I don't know if I told you, I went back and started watching Rings of Power again. I actually enjoy that show a lot more than I actually thought I did. Though I will say it is definitely a better show in the second season than it is the first season. First season, because Cynthia was watching it the other day, like she was going back and kind of like revisiting because she didn't really remember anything about it. And I was going back and watching it with her. And I was like, you know what? I said, upon a second viewing, I actually don't have a problem with the first season outside of the fact that its pacing is not good. The second season is like boom, 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 boom. It's just hitting the notes. It's hitting the notes. It's like, okay,
Maneater was talking about that too. Like we gotta start that back up again. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And anyway, more Alyssa.
But what we will point out is how dangerous and insidious this is, because the further we get from people understanding whether or not something they're reading is true, whether or not our government is purposefully lying to us about the nature of the immigrants in our country so that they can justify a racist, disgusting overuse of police force, all puppeteered by Stephen Miller and his spray-painted ass head. The further they get from understanding that all of this stuff is propaganda, easier it's going to be for the administration to use the shapes and colors that they recognize from their childhood to continue to push them further and further to the right. And the video game industry has long remained silent when it comes to the reactionary politics and the ideologies of people in its community. The video game industry didn't stick up for the people within it during the first Gamergate. They're not doing it now. And for the millions of Americans who play games, who are members of this community, but aren't also reactionary right-wing ideologues, the continued silence in the face of an administration that thinks that pregnant women shouldn't take Tylenol, or immigrants are parasites, or DEI is the reason why we're struggling financially, not the fact that billionaires are getting richer. Those people who are in this industry who have long felt that they are being pushed further and further to the margins that they're already in by a video game industry hell-bent on making more and more billions off the backs of their workers, how are they going to feel? The more the administration leans into video game iconography and internet memes, the more video game companies find themselves associated with the divisive and reactionary politics of the right, and the easier it is for the Trump administration to grab younger and younger, more media illiterate people into their circle and radicalize them. This is the time when the video game industry needs to take a very clear stance. And this is also the time when we need to be working extra, extra hard to make sure we combat misinformation and disinformation, ban AI from social media platforms, and ensure that we can help to stop the radicalization of young men across this world, because it's just going to get worse. The next thing we know, there's going to be an ICE agent kidnapping somebody's abuela off the street dressed like Master Chief. What do you think about that, Phil Spencer?
She said it. I mean, I'm actually shocked it hasn't happened yet. I mean, you know, all bullshit aside, I am legitimately shocked that it has not happened. We all know how the right loves their meme culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're out here. I'm glad I'm by a computer, because I was going to talk about him. From Marietta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3. Sam Foster is running for mayor out of Marietta, Georgia. Democratic Socialist. Of course, we got Mom Donnie.
Right.
And then we have there's another dude, I can't remember his name right now. Muslim guy.
Mm.
And the Democratic base is putting up a wall to all of them. And so while the GOP and the MAGA are out there reaching out to grab kids, right? This is how cults work. This is why I've said before. I've said this on stream. You know, people talking about like, they're coming for your kids. I'm like, yup. Not in the way you think, but yup.
Yep.
You know, I said, man, don't let your kid fucking spend the night in my house because I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Oh, you think you might be a girl? Hey, that's okay with me. I'm not going to tell your parents. Of course not. How the fuck would I? I think more people, I said, if you got a niece, if you got a little sister, if you got a young cousin, talk to them. You know why? Because these motherfuckers are not shutting their fucking mouth about their beliefs.
Nope.
I asked my mother about that one time. I said, you know, if my niece visited me, would y'all be upset if I sat her down and I started to talk to her about all the reasons why I don't believe there's a gun? And she goes, I would hope you wouldn't do that because that would be very disrespectful. Okay, so why do you do it to my kids? Like, why is it okay for strangers at the park? And I want everybody to kind of sit with this for a second. I want everybody to sit with this for a second. Because if I said I was at a park and I, in passing, was telling another little kid that it's okay to be gay, I think everybody would be like, why are you talking about to a little kid about that? Like, wait, that's weird, right? But if I said, yeah, you know, I was talking about God at a park today, and some little kids asked me what I was like, I gave them the message of Jesus. Nobody, even here amongst us, you would feel weird about one way, but not weird about the other. Now, I know there'd be people, I would feel weird, but you know what I'm trying, you know the point I'm making. Like, one feels okay because of the kind of country and community we're in, and the other one isn't. So I'm like, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm just like you're going to tell my kid about Jesus if you get the chance. I'm going to tell your kid it's okay to be trans. It's okay to be gay. And if you don't do that, you're going to get the Gen Z problem that we have today. Because the millennials, y'all, well, many of y'all, were the generation that came out and accepted Bernie Sanders and made socialism mainstream. Why is that not being passed on to Gen Z and Gen Alpha? Why are these kids coming out more and more conservative? Because nobody's reaching out to them. I'm telling you.
Man, it's like I had to explain this to my kid. Because I've been pretty vocal about the fact that Cersei has been pretty open, probably more than they should be, when they're at school. Because I always try to remind them, like, hey, you live in the Bible Belt, so, kind of being loud and proud is not always going to win you a lot of friends. Especially when you go to a school that is predominantly black, and also in a low income, I won't say low income area, but like it's in a area of mixed income. We'll put it like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I remember not this year, but the previous year, they had this one little girl who kept constantly fucking with them all year because Cersei in passing, because they had kind of just recently discovered their lack of interest in organized religion and that they didn't believe in God. Because that's one of those things that, like, we, both Cynthia and myself, we're atheists. And, but we didn't enforce that upon Cersei. Because it was one of those things too, like when she was really young, my mom, her grandmother, would take her to church with her. My mom is Catholic. I was raised Catholic before I became atheist. But my mom would take her to
Don't
church with her.
churches.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, and the thing is, as much as my church that I grew up in could be accepting, they were relatively accepting, but like Cersei kind of came to that acknowledgement on their own. And against their better judgment, they were very vocal about it at school one day. They thinking, not really thinking anything of it. And this kind of made them, it kind of painted their entire school year for the rest of the year, because all the other kids, started, calling them a devil worshiper, that they kept telling them that they were going to go to hell and all this other stuff. Was one particular girl was always leading the charge. And I always used to have to, sit and remind Cersei that I was like, you live in the Bible Belt. Some kids, I was like, they don't get why you don't believe in God, because as far as they're concerned, their parents probably believe in God. So that means that they believe in God. These kids, they believe in God because their parents believe in God and they were told us what they're supposed to do. So in their eyes, they think not believing in God means that you're disobeying your parents and or you're disrespecting your parents. And I was like, you kind of have to look at it from their perspective, but I was like, you also still need to maintain your perspective. I was like, we didn't indoctrinate you into a religion, because I said, personally, as I got older, I realized that not only is forcing a kid to believe what you believe weird, especially when they don't have a good reason to believe what you believe, is weird. I was like, also, I learned that and began to understand that Christianity, for as much as like black people are stereotypically like, hyper Christian, hyper godly, I was like, that's not even really a natural state for black people. Christianity isn't a natural religion for most, if not all, people of color. That was some, like, especially for black people, because how did black people come to Christianity? During slavery. And I was like, and because of that, I could never get jiggy with Christianity on any level. To me, Christianity is a colonizer's religion. Because it's a religion that basically, like, pretends that slavery is okay. Yeah, when it suits you. Yeah. And also,
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
There's rules to how to treat your slave.
There's rules. Now, and not only that, the enslaved have to forgive their masters. Dude, fuck out of my face with that shit. There is no religion that is supposed to be so all good that thinks slavery is okay under certain circumstances. So that's why I don't believe, and why I will never try and make my child feel that way. But like, getting from the religion part of it, I remember, or actually maybe just a little bit more, I remember when my child's teacher found out, because all the bullying that was going on because Cersei is atheist, it led to some conversations that kind of had to be had back and forth with the teacher about the situation. And even though the teacher, she was pretty, she didn't say it in direct terms, but she was pretty open about the fact that, while she didn't necessarily agree, she did think that it was really important that we didn't, punish Cersei for believing what she believes, if we didn't believe the same, or that we encourage them to think freely and for themselves. And kind of the same goes when we're talking about identity. Is something I've talked about before. My child, well, for one, we have a trans stepson, but we also, Cersei is non-binary, and while not trans themselves, like, case in point, I talked about that dinner, or not that dinner dance thing I'm supposed to be taking Cersei to, the daddy-daughter thing. The other day, we went and bought matching suits to wear to the thing. Because while they are non-binary, they do kind of have a tendency to present more mask. Like, matter of fact, pretty much everywhere we go, like, even my family, we went to my cousin's funeral a couple of weeks ago. And even the people in our family who are aware of Cersei's existence kept referring to them as a boy. Not realizing that they were a biological, girl, but Like just the way that like his Sirs wears their hair short. They don't wear dresses or anything. They typically wear t-shirts, jeans. They tend to kind of carry themselves a little bit more. I won't say necessarily like like in a, I guess a stereotypical manly way, but they do tend to kind of like, if I didn't know any better, I would assume they were a boy. But you know, I'm like, oh, this is a very pretty boy. But no, you know, we try to make sure that Sirs feels comfortable, that, you know, that they have what they need to be able to live the life that they want to live. Like, I mean, we're not making, like, they haven't, you know, expressed any desire to be one thing or the other. But I mean, if they did, you know, we wouldn't fight them on it. I think the only thing we would do is just to be like, hey, let's talk about it. Let's figure out what's going on and make the best decision going forward for you that you're happy with. Yeah, that's basically how we look at it. But you know, yeah, I think that being a parent, you have to be able to do that. If you can't do that, I'm just gonna say it. You don't really love your kid as much as you think you do. If you can't, you know, if you can't meet your child where they are and allow them to be there's a difference between being a piece of shit child that's terrible and being a child who's genuinely just trying to find themselves. There's very different things.
That's right.
But yeah, I think I'll be the first person to tell anybody that. Like whenever I hear people say, "Oh, you know, my kid, they came out as gay," I don't know. I just can't get with it. I don't know. I just something like at that point. I mean, you can kind of stop talking because at that point, I've already made up my mind. You're a bad
person. Yeah, you're
a bigot. You're a bad person. You're a terrible parent.
I hope your child makes it to adulthood and then abandons you for their own wellness. Yeah.
Yeah. No. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100,000%. And even, you know, for the people who like, well, I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. But I'm still gonna talk my shit behind the scenes. Fuck you too. Because at that point you're two-faced. Like you're trying to be a good parent by just, you know, keeping your mouth shut, but at the same time, you are guilty by omission of your true feelings and harboring disdain for your child in secret, you know, just to keep up appearances. I'm like, look, I don't know. I have a lot of opinions about shitty parents in that regard, but like I tell people all the time, you know, when I talk to, you know, I always am very open and honest about the fact that me and my stepson do not have a great relationship. But I can tell you one thing my stepson can never fucking say is that the reason why we don't have a good relationship has nothing to do with them being trans.
Right.
It has, like honestly, them being trans is the most normal thing about them.
Yeah.
Like, and
you know what's funny? No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because that was really all I had to say.
so that is, we need to stop doing this crap too when children start having opinions and challenging the BS grown folks tell them, considering it disrespectful. Let me tell you something. My grandson moved in, right, with my daughter. My daughter and her son, they live here now, and I haven't changed anything with regard to what I felt about parenting and corporal punishment and all that stuff, spanking. Like I haven't changed. One of the things that I used to say, however, hey, sirs, one of the things I used to say is that, yeah, I would not have remembered all that. That's way too long.
It's our bedtime ritual.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, one of the things I always said is like, yeah, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to like ask questions. It's okay to disagree.
Yeah.
What's wrong with disagreeing? Like people act like it's the end of the world. It's so disrespectful to disagree. However, this little shit, he's 5 years old. This motherfucker's not challenging beliefs, right? He's just disagreeing to disagree with you.
Yeah, that's
like,
different.
Oh, sorry.
That's different.
We're out of ice cream. No, we're not. Well, yes, we are. Yeah, no, we're not. okay, remember they're allowed to disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. I'm about to flip the fuck out.
It's like, God, like you almost want to like you just like, like, you know, it's a,
Yeah.
you know, because Sirs kind of went through a little bit of that themselves, where they wanted to. I don't think they were really trying to disagree just to disagree. Well, no, they were. There was a point where, like, but it was never about anything like super serious, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Like, it was
Right.
always like silly shit, but like there would be, and I feel like sometimes, you know, once you would kind of like sit them down and be like, hey, actually, this is, you know, why this is, you know, this way or that way, you know, they would be very receptive to it. But there was a time where, like, you know, it would be kind of like, okay, all right,
You're pushing it.
you're
pushing it.
Like, you know what it is? It was like Sirs isn't a line stepper, but they are a habitual, like they will not line crosser, but yeah, I would say, yeah, line stepper. Like, they will step up to the line
stepper. Yeah.
yeah, and be like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And I think that's really what it is, though. Like you know, I've taken classes on human development and stuff like that, and and I'm not saying I memorize all of it, but there is a phase of development where that's exactly what's happening. You're kind of testing to see what you can and can't get away with. And for some people, the answer is child abuse. For others, maybe it's a different way. And
I just caught that.
but I'm gonna tell you something.
I didn't realize anybody actually saw what we were doing. I wasn't even paying any attention, honestly.
I bet when Ernie left Face for Children, they were constantly getting into everything. Now, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But here's the deal: is that one thing I don't want anybody, if you have kids or if you get kids, I don't want anybody to feel bad about the fact that, no, I don't think you should be beating your kids.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be taking out your own frustration and your own inability to control your own emotions out on your kid. No, I don't. But give yourself some grace. And it is absolutely fucking annoying when they get through that to that stage. You're allowed to be annoyed. My daughter, she told me one time, she goes, I feel bad because I'm like, sometimes I hate being a mom. And I'm like, that's normal. Because this was when he was in his terrible 3s, terrible 2s, you know? I'm like, of course. You know what I mean? As long as you don't neglect them and then, you know, fucking try to drown them or something, you know, you're good.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. And the reason why I kind of fell out of the whole, because I grew up getting spankings. And so to me, it was perfectly normal. But as I got older and became a parent, I kind of fell out of it because, for one, like kind of for the same reasons as religion, I was like, you know what, that is kind of a slave culture thing that I kind of feel like the reason why Black people are so heavily associated with it is because it's that classic shit rolls downhill. Yeah, so like our ancestors, because they were beaten, you probably thought that it was perfectly normal to beat kids, and you know, and then so on and so forth, and then the next generation, the next generation, to the point where I'm kind of like, you know what, I just don't like it, and honestly too, because, and maybe I'm lucky, Cersei is pretty soft-hearted. I can fuck up Cersei's whole day with just my tone of voice.
Right, that's how my son was. Not my daughter.
Know?
That's how my son was.
I mean,
my daughter had a hard ass head and she didn't give a shit.
See, we're like, and honestly, truth be told, I mean, and sometimes even with that is difficult to navigate, because sometimes, unintentionally, mind you, sometimes even just in just talking to Cersei with a certain tone of voice. Even that, sometimes I might go a little overboard with, because I'll be like, I just want to make sure that it gets through their head that, you know, why this is important. Always, and like I said, I don't put my hands on them. But you know, good. we'll always be. It'll always, like, what discipline in our house looks like is, A, let me holler at you. hey, look, this is what's
Small
going
talk.
on. Yeah, like, and the thing is, and Cersei's a smart kid. I know I don't have to talk to them like they're stupid. So, I mean, I talk to them like they're grown. I'm like, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is what you're doing. We can't keep doing this. Yeah, or be like, hey, we talked about this before. You know, hey, I thought you said, you keep saying that but you still keep doing, so and so. Like, it's never like it's never a, okay, well, now I got to beat your ass or, something like that. It's never like that.
You get it, right?
Right? It's like, it's always like a, hey, this shit you're doing, this ain't it. It's always that way. And that's if, and like, I rarely have ever had, because Cersei's such a hyper vigilant kid, kind of like how I was when I was a kid. Like, I mean, yeah, I was a bad kid too, but I also knew what bad kid behavior looked like. And I also knew what I could and couldn't get away with. So whenever I saw bad kids, I'd be like, ooh, shit, man, y'all motherfuckers are bad all the time. Y'all don't know how to be bad.
That's right.
Y'all y'all don't know that, like, there's a time and a place.
You gotta be bad sometimes.
You're right. You can't just be, you can't, look, if you always out here being a badass kid, you fucking up. You gotta learn how to pace yourself. So, like, whenever, like, I would be like I would be that kid. If I saw another kid fucking up, I wouldn't snitch. But, like, I would be like my mom was around, I'd be like, man, them kids bad, man. I don't know about them kids there, man. They need a whooping. And that's kind of how Cersei is. Cersei, like, what was it? Cersei said some wild shit to me today that, like, fucked up my whole day. Because, like, Cersei's such a nice kid. But, like, they were talking about some, like, party or something that's supposed to be getting, like, tomorrow for Halloween. And I guess it was only, like, the good kids, which, to be fair, under normal circumstances, Cersei's a really good kid. I can't remember if they said that they weren't going to be able to do it, but I don't remember what was going on. Maybe they just said it wasn't going to be a lot of kids. But basically, they were just talking about, like, conduct and stuff like that. But I think the one thing Cersei ever gets in trouble for is that they talk a lot. So, like, sometimes they'll be at lunch and, like, for whatever reason, they don't like the kids talking at lunch. I don't get that. It's weird. But
at lunch?
Yeah, at lunch. I was like, dude, what the fuck is that?
So
but,
then
like,
in the cafeteria, there's just complete silence.
Yeah, just eat your food. Just eat your food. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. That's basically, wild. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, dude, that's kind of bullshit. I was like, that's kind of bullshit. That's the case.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like, expecting kids to be quiet at lunch. Come on now.
That's wild.
But basically what happened was, when my wife, she was like, hey, why aren't the other kids gonna get to do so and so? And I remember how was it Cersei worded it? It was such a, like, backhanded compliment, but basically they were like, because basically the way it kind of got thrown out there was like, man, Cersei, you're so smart. Like, yeah, that's what it was. They're not going to be able to do the party thing. But it was like, oh, Cersei, you're so smart. Why are you, like, getting caught up like this? And Cersei was like, hey, or what was she say? Yeah, this is a good. She said, just because you got good conduct don't make you smart. Yeah. 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 Or it was, I forget exactly how they worded it, but it was like such a burn because basically, like, you look at, like, Cersei's report card, like, they don't ever see anything less. They don't ever see anything less than a B. They bring home nothing but A's. They might bring. I think that they usually only bring home, like, one B. Like, they're smart kids, smart as fuck. But, like, but they also they're hip. They're street smart. They're very street smart. So I always appreciate that about them. But
that's good.
But that said, we do have an indie game recommendation that we're going to take a look at.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to save questions for another day because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But since this is quick, that's why we're doing this one. 3 minutes versus an extra 30. That's how I look at this. But this is a new joint that Elite was telling us about, and I'm actually really curious to see how this is gonna do. So here, let's pull this over, and bam.
What's good, fam? It's the Elite X1 with another indie game recommendation. Boing is a high-speed, heavy-hitting fantasy power trip by solo developer Nikita Sazidar. The whole game is built around momentum. In Boeing, you don't just swing, you commit. Your weapons feel like they have real weight, and when you land a blow, the screen practically flinches with you. The game wants you charging forward, chaining attacks, sliding into the next target, never stopping. The minute you go defensive, everything feels a bit sluggish, but when you lean in, it's pure controlled brutality. Boeing's impressive upgrade system keeps that aggression sharpened. You gather resources from enemies and the world to upgrade your weapons and gear, unlocking new mobility perks and combo options. It's not about min-max spreadsheets. It's about shaping how your warrior moves and how your strikes feel. Want giant hammer blows to shake the room? Go for it. Want faster recoveries and cleaner dodge windows? That's there too. You're tuning playstyle, not feeling bars. The world itself is a ruined dark fantasy state. Crumbling keeps, ash-stained battlements, and massive war-scarred landscapes. It feels like a place where things went really wrong, and you're picking through the aftermath. There is a story here, whispers of a broken kingdom, monstrous corruption, and a world that's been fighting so long and forgot why, but it's delivered in fragments. Atmosphere first, explanations later. Very show, don't tell energy. On the technical side, Boeing is already surprisingly well optimized. It runs smooth even when fights turn into chaos, with fast loading, stable performance, and clear enemy silhouettes so you can read attacks at high speed. Sound design is sharp. Metal, bone, and impact all hit with clarity, and the animation style sells weight without slowing the pace. Boeing isn't trying to be deep lore or sprawling open world fantasy. It's trying to make every single swing feel like a life or death decision, and it succeeds. Fast, brutal, stylish, and hungry to push you forward. If you like your action aggressive, your combat visceral, and your world scarred but atmospheric, Boeing is absolutely worth sinking your teeth into. The sheer beauty of the world combined with the unshackled traversal where you can literally go most places you can see in the draw distance is amazing. The combat is satisfying, and the variety in weapon types and special moves keep you eager to try out new builds. Make no mistake, Boeing is one of the most badass extraction first-person shooters out right now. And for $20, it's a value you'd be hard-pressed to deny.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
That whole time, I thought I couldn't understand his accent. I'm like, what's the name of the game? Like, I cannot understand what the fuck he's saying. Every time he say it, I'm like, what?
Voin.
I cannot understand him. That's what. Oh, it is Voin. It's not a word. Okay, got it.
Yes. So it's kind of funny. I was actually just thinking about this game the other day. And I do want to point out, this was a game that, like, I want to say I slick kind of forgot about. Like, it was a game that, like, I knew existed. I knew it was, like, a thing. But, like, I never, like, really just, kept up with it, obviously. But, yeah, that bad boy run on Steam Deck. So, yeah, we might be fucking with that later.
I'll tell you what. I took my son's Steam Deck to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That guy put some hours on that thing.
Bruh. I'm just telling you, dude, that's how I beat Dying Light the Beast.
Yeah?
I didn't beat it sitting here at this computer.
I did grab Dispatch, by the way.
Oh, dude, you just reminded me.
Pretty fucking fun.
There's new episodes today or yesterday.
That's right.
Dude, I told you, dude, Dispatch is. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that pisses me off about that game, I wish you could play the little simulator thing. I wish you could play it like outside of like the story.
Right.
Because that shit's low key fun. That shit is low key fun.
Yep.
Pisses me off. But no, they need to make a TV show out of it too. Make me a TV show.
Well, they do. Called Invincible.
Yeah, right, true. Well, no, but I want this show.
Yeah, this one.
I want this one. And with this animation. I want this animation too. This animation's smooth as fuck.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I love it.
But yeah, it's Voin. Voing. It's a weird name. But like, yeah, I remember hearing about this game like 5 ever ago. Like when it was like before. Wow, do you want to hear some wild shit? This game came out on my birthday last year. Jesus Christ.
wow.
Yeah, this shit came out on my birthday last year. Wow. Yeah, no, it was a game I remember hearing about. Like I think I saw it at like some like game, like some of those like it might have been like one of them Jeff Keighley joints or one of those Summer Game Fest deals or some shit. But I remember hearing about it. I remember thinking like, this looks legit. And then like I just stopped hearing about it. And then there we go. But yeah, I'll be checking this out. I'll definitely be checking this out. If for no other reason, I saw 2 swords. I saw somebody swinging 2 swords. I was in. So yeah.
That's it. It does look like the kind of game that I would have a ton of fun starting. Make it about 30% in, and then they want to get stupid on me and be like, "Oh, you gotta get good." All right, fuck this. I'm going back to play Dispatch. New episode came out today anyway.
Dude, bro. Yeah, no, I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. I'll be like, man, fuck, I'm gonna go play something else. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm gonna play something fun.
Speaking of shit, this is the first time that I haven't had a video from you to edit in a while.
Oh
yeah, games tonight.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I was actually shocked that I was like, man, I'm just shocked he ain't playing Kingdom Come Deliverance or some shit. I'm surprised he ain't on
I have been beyond busy.
I believe
for
it.
Free too. Like, hey, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. Like I'm it's really because I'm retired and obviously we live in shitty times. And I want to practice what I preach, and I'm out there, and I'm trying to be, doing the good work, right?
Right.
Sometimes, man, I'm out there like, damn, I've been on this motherfucker for like 6 hours for free. I'm such a shitty socialist. I'm like, can I get like some part-time pay or something?
Right? Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. Shit. You had an announcement, I think, the other day that I was like, shit. I was like, man, yeah. So y'all remember how like we used to always give Robo shit for not streaming? Well, now he got something he got to do. He got something he got to do now.
Right.
So yeah, Robo's gonna be doing some doing a little
radio,
putting on his radio voice. Wait, you gonna
see? That's the thing. People say I don't stream, but I do stream. It's on Nerds of Culture, and now it's gonna be on 107.5 WRUU, Savannah's community radio.
Ooh, I like that. Look, he's ready. Yeah. He's ready. This guy's ready. I was like,
yeah.
It was weird too, because like sometimes I'll be scrolling through, and I don't know what it is about Threads. I think Threads hates showing me your stuff sometimes.
Same to you.
Yeah,
Same.
it's like, oh no, y'all know each other. Y'all shh. Don't.
I'm dead ass. Like when we first got on Threads, I used to see your stuff all the time, and then your shit disappears, and I just assume you're not on. Like, he's probably not posting. I don't know who goes to a page. It's just you just scroll your feed, right?
Right.
And then you'll come up and be like, man, these people are pissing me off. This is why, this post has 10,000 likes on it. People are about to mute it. I'm like, I missed the post that has 10,000 likes. And
it's Threads is racist. That's all it is. Threads is racist.
For real.
But no, it's like I'll see Maneater's post before I see yours, which I think is even crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm like,
I don't know.
I'll scroll and be like, dude, I was like, where? So then I'll just be like,
what we gotta start doing? We gotta start interacting with this post more, and I think then that would do. Sometimes it's about shit we've already talked about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we always talk in real life. So like I'll see your stuff like, that's that shit he was telling me about earlier. That's right. And so I keep scrolling. Threads can't hear me. You know, Facebook listens, but Threads won't.
See, so what
Threads
you're
is
saying
like,
is, I need to
must
reopen
not want
Facebook.
to.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Then
Facebook.
you start seeing ads that you were talking about, and you didn't search for it. You didn't put an email, but somehow you're getting an ad for cooling sheets.
Because reasons.
Why? How, I didn't go look for the guy. I was talking to Man-Eater about cooling sheets.
Right?
Trying to tell me you don't listen. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have that Threads post?
Actually, you know
of
what?
the radio?
Actually, I can pull it up because I was actually looking for it earlier. So I was like, yeah, no. Get that shit. Have it ready to rock. Have it ready to rock. And then I didn't have it ready to rock.
It's
but I got
cool.
it right
It's
here.
a cool opportunity. I was actually pretty honored. So yeah, so that guy on the right, his name was Apollo Johnson, and he's a big organizer in the city. And
dude, hell yeah.
And that's a Savannah Amy Goodman over there.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that is like a lifelong communist right there. She's badass.
Dude, I love to see it. I love to see it.
She's like, she was so happy to have me on because, like, you know, when it comes to leftists, there's like two camps. I think I've said this before, right? There's like the revolutionaries, meaning like the system can't be fixed and you just got to live in it. And then really the only way we're going to see the good shit is when this place falls apart and somebody goes in and takes it. Then there's reformists. And reformists, you know, like they are still anti-capitalist, they're still leftists. I'm not going to be weird or hippie, but they believe that you can fight, if you fight hard enough and vote and be a part of the system, that you can create change that way. And whatever, you know. And he is definitely a reformist. Like, he's a part of the community. He's an organizer, and he's like, you know, he believes he can. But she's like she's a communist, and she's like, nah, that shit don't work. Anyways, they hit me up. They're like, hey, how would you like to be on a radio show? I'm like, radio, like radio, like with numbers and shit. And they're like, yeah, everything. So anyways, if you guys got an app that, you know, you can pick up, you know, radio stations from around the country, you know, on some websites. But if you find it, 107.5 WRUU out of Savannah, Georgia, every Tuesday at 11 to 2. So obviously it's a 2-hour show, but, you know, if you catch some of it.
I was gonna say too,
yeah.
you can probably pick it up on the website too, right? I know usually most places you like pick up on the website.
So it's a community radio, and there's this I forget what the church is called. A church runs it, but it's a dope church. It's like a Universalist church.
Okay, like Unitarian,
yes, literally that, right? So it's a Unitarian church, and so the episodes are on there. They don't live stream it.
Got you. So you have to catch it like after.
I think that, right, and I think it has to do with the fact that they're all pretty elderly, like they're old folks.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get in there and see if I can like figure out how to church up their no pun intended church up their website.
See, that's how you get paid. That's how you get paid. That's how you.
That's how you get paid. Yeah.
No, it's funny you said Unitarian, because that's what. Like I know earlier I said, you know, Cynthia's atheist. She does go to church though, but she goes to a Unitarian church, and I think it's really just more to
a church you're allowed to be atheist in there.
Yeah.
It's technically a Christian denomination, but they're like, we don't believe, you know, you could be atheist, be here. You could be a Muslim and be here. It's pretty dope.
It's a cool concept, because like whenever I do go with them, because I don't go very often, but when I do go with them to church, like all the like shit that they sing and all like the, you know, the like the pageantry and shit they do, I'm like, oh, y'all just Catholic with less steps. I was like, y'all just. Man, I was like, because Cynthia was like, how do you know how to do like all the I was like, raised Catholic, was an altar boy, you know, I was out here.
So I've never been to a Unitarian service. So is that how like Lutherans are like that? If you ever go to a Lutheran church,
Yeah.
They're very closely related because of, Martin Luther.
Right.
But the Unitarians, you're saying, is like that too. It's very similar to a Catholic mass. Is that how they run
very
it?
laid back, very laid back. Like
Got
not
it.
like as nowhere near as super serious or like because like Catholic. I'm not gonna lie, going to Catholic church is fucking depressing because they're so fucking sad. It is all
I watched
about
too many horror
guilt.
movies. I've been to one Catholic mass, and I realized I watched too many horror movies. That shit was creepy as fuck.
Honestly, that's what like so when I
Gregorian chants and shit. I'm like, man.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw The Exorcist, it made me not want to go to church for like a month. Because
Yeah,
I was like, I don't like the shit. I don't like the.
Yeah. He's something up there, man. I don't know about this, but yeah.
Whenever they would be singing like fucking like singing the hymns, I'd be like, he summoned
Is this
in
allowed?
the Dark Lord, right?
Yeah.
He summoned in the dark. He just said it. I heard him say it. He said that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Look, am I the only one? Oh shit, y'all are all in on it.
I'm saying, then they all look at you and shit, and like the door's closed.
Boo!
Oh, see, I knew I shouldn't have come to this goddamn place.
Then I get drugged off and they're like,
Yeah, no shit, yeah. Tell you know what's funny is I was just talking about that today, and the more you read about leftist history, communist history, the more muddied my feelings are about the Catholic Church. Because it was like immediately like, fuck the Catholic Church, like, and really still fuck them, right? And then, you start learning about what they did to indigenous peoples and shit like that. But then you start looking at what the Catholic Church in Latin America did throughout the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And like, they were critical in liberation movements and communist movements. The church in Latin America has an interesting history. Interesting. Not saying they're the good guys, and not saying you're wrong that they shouldn't be paying reparations. They should. They've done a lot of good, and not in the way that they like to say. That I'm not talking about charity. I'm talking about literally a part of liberation movements and underground railroads and shit. So.
Dude.
Anyways,
wild. Man, look, here's what I'm gonna say, y'all. Obviously, be safe tomorrow because tomorrow is Halloween. I will be out and about trick-or-treating with the kid. And yeah, I guess we'll be back next week. Yeah, because Thursday. And we will, I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I actually have no idea because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I'm sure we'll figure it out. But I kind of slick want to take a moment next week because I'm debating. Like, I think I might jump into Witcher this weekend because new season just dropped. And I think Stranger Things is this weekend, maybe tonight. Shit, I don't remember. I almost kind of want to revisit those shows because I'm certain there's going to be some interesting.
I'll read the books too.
What's that?
I want to read the books too. Man, I can't wait. Witcher 4. I'm telling you right now. I know. I've found out that Witcher 3 is it's a mixed bag. You hate it, love it type thing. I thought everybody loved it, but man, that shit had me. I could have learned 3 languages by the time the amount of hours I put into that damn game. So when Witcher 4 comes out,
season 4. I meant I'm talking about the TV show.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, like when the game comes out, don't see me. Don't expect to see me.
No.
The season. You know what's funny?
Yeah. Was that?
Hey, I didn't watch last season.
Really?
I didn't watch the last season.
I think I watched.
Is it good?
I watched some of the last season, not all of it. I didn't finish it, obviously, but I probably will give it a fair shake. The only reason I'm even gonna check out this one is because from what I hear, because they recast Geralt for season 4. From what I hear, Liam did a pretty good job. Some of the early reviews I saw talking about it all kind of said the same thing. That basically like he did a pretty good job stepping into the shoes. So I'm willing to give it a chance.
Have you watched Welcome to Derry?
I have. I have watched the first episode. I liked it a lot.
What do you think?
I liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I actually thought that I honestly, I kind of thought that it was going to be boring. Honestly, I was like, I don't see how you're going to make this interesting.
I liked it more than I thought I did.
Really?
Meaning, I watched the episode and I was kind of like, I don't know. It's a little forced. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought about the family in the car. And then actually, you know what? Let me stop. That was a pretty dope episode.
Let me stop bullshitting.
Yeah.
That was
honestly,
if
y'all ain't seen Welcome to Derry, pick it up. It was good.
Yeah,
good.
no. I 100% recommend it. Like you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to watch it. If I'll put it this, if you like it and like and I would even take it to a greater extent, even some of the greater like Stephen King like universe. Yeah, you owe it to yourself to watch that. I would. Yeah. And I don't even fuck with Stephen King like that. Really. Honestly, I think Stephen King's a fucking piece of shit, but yeah, that's another story altogether. But getting away from that, we have one last thing I want to hit before we get up out of here. We do have a where to go? There it goes. We got a 53 months of the Blerd Club goal. My God damn. Says, this is John Battle. Says, thank you guys. The wife and I were talking about the issue today about TPA and Linda McMahon indoctrination of our kids in the school with curriculum. Man, you know what? I fucking hate Linda McMahon. I hated. I'd never really cared for her before. Back when she was just a pseudo wrestling personality, I didn't really care for her much back then either. But I always tell people, the more I learn about people, the less I like them. And she's one of them. Specifically because she is now doing, like, before I could kind of ignore her when she was like, trying to run for office. I think because I think they're in Connecticut. She was trying to run for office out that way. Back in a ways back, I was like, I can ignore that shit because you're causing problems over there in a place where it doesn't affect me. But it's like now you're causing problems like nationwide, and I'm sorry, I can't get jiggy with that. But that's all I really got about that though. Just ugh. Linda McMahon, gross. Also, Damian Leone now makes me ill to my stomach now. Just the more I'm learning about him. Did you hear about that? The shit that was going on with him?
No.
So you remember Terrifier 1, right?
Yeah.
You remember the blonde chick that got stripped naked and hung upside down and sawed in half?
Yes.
So apparently, she did not agree for that scene to be released. And the way the SAG, so the way the SAG works, you have to give consent to
even after shooting it.
Yeah, even after shooting it, like for it to be released, you have to give consent, and they never sought her consent. They just went with it. Not to mention the way it was kind of worded, it kind of seemed as though like they didn't even tell her that scene was going to be done anyway. Like it was one of those things that they kind of like had just dumped on her. It was something. Oddly enough, we were talking about not seeing each other's stuff. That was one of the things. That was another thing that came up that I was talking about earlier today. Catherine Corcoran is her name, but I got it right here.
Breach of contract and distribution of sexually explicit materials without consent.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like that was that was a whole thing. So yeah, she is suing them now. And
You scared me. I thought it was like, I was like, what about her? Like, what did he do?
no. Nothing of that ilk, but just like, it's just like one of those things that's kind of like, it's kind of shitty. But like, considering,
it is. Yeah.
Considering how, like, when MAGA came after him because of David Howard Thornton and God, I forget her last name.
Is he still posting? David.
He doesn't post as much anymore. He kind of stopped because, like, basically people started coming after him, and they kind of started coming after the other actor. The I forget her name, but I think her name's Laura something or other. I can't remember her last name to save my life right now. But they were coming after her too, and Damien just kind of threw both of them under the bus and was like, "Well, I don't really get involved in all that. I'm not going to say anything. We have people of all types that work on our set." We have conservatives and liberals and everything in between. Like, basically, he just gave like a boilerplate like PR response and basically left them to be fucked with. Lauren Lavera.
Oh, I just saw that.
Lauren Lavera, that's her name. But yeah, that was one of those things I was kind of like, kind of shitty, dude. But anyway, I'm not surprised. The more I'm learning about him, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
see that the poster you're talking about now, they throwing David Howard Thornton under the bus.
Yeah, but he was, and then like it was kind of funny because David stayed online for a while after that, but then I started nosing, like I started seeing his posts like less and less.
I think he deleted his account. I don't see him on Threads at all.
Yeah, no,
he would go ham on MAGA.
Yeah, always. He was always for those who are talking about the actor who plays Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton. Yeah, he used to be online like all the time. And yeah, basically, and this is matter of fact, here is this is actually I found one of the posts right here, kind of talking about it. But yeah, this one right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Bam. Done.
And he absolutely deleted his account because I saw another link. I clicked it and it says something went wrong. Yeah.
Okay, then it wasn't just me then. But yeah, that pissed me off because he was like a really cool dude, and he was just he was a nice guy, and he was the type of he was also the type of guy that if you reached out to him or said something to him, he would reply. Like he was one of those dudes. He would literally reply to anyone. Like that's the type of guy that that's why I was like, dude, I fucks with this dude because I was like, not only is he good on the issues and the important shit, but I was like, he's just a cool dude. But yeah, that was crazy. But anyway, that's it. That's the show. Y'all. Let's get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna go watch some television and play some video games because I ain't editing no more shit today, and I'm not drawing anything today either. That's also when I'm not editing, I'm drawing. But yeah, man. We'll be back next week, y'all. Stay easy out there, but also don't be too easy. Also don't be sleep because that's how you get snatched. Don't be sleep. Stay woke. Right. Y'all know the vibes. And you know what? Man, I feel so out of practice with this. For Robo of Left Face TV, I am the Blerd Without Fear. And you know what? Just because it's topical, we were literally just talking about it. Because of the shittiness of our administration, I feel like I have to go back to the classics. I feel like I got to go back. The classics are always in. You know what I mean? So just for old time's sake, Donald Trump.
We coming for you, nigga.